Going live, going live, going live, live. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Your host, Griever, as always, bringing you guys something I thought would never happen on my YouTube channel. Something I thought would never happen. We get a BLEACH chapter. We get a BLEACH chapter. Officially, finally. I'm just super excited. I'm super excited to read this thing. As I said, when I first started this channel, and once again, guys, of course, our 10-minute runoff time for those new to the chat, new to the channel. We do a 10-minute runoff before we get into any chapter reactions. So let's just talk a little history about BLEACH. BLEACH, definitely, as you guys can tell, BLEACH is definitely a series that I've invested a little bit into. I own every volume. And I bought a few of the video games and stuff like that. Either way, I am so excited, so happy to be able to do this. Because when I first started my channel, I picked up 7 Deadly Sins and a couple of chapter reviews of BLEACH. They never really got anywhere. That was on my old channel. But I reviewed the last couple of chapters of BLEACH on my channel, and I did like an arc review or something like that. I know I did a video game review, but I never actually got to YouTube until it was almost too late, you know what I mean? So this is so exciting because I thought I would never get a shot to do this again. As great as 7 Deadly Sins treated me and Shokugeki no Soma and stuff like that, the reason that I wanted to start doing YouTube was watching Tekken 101 do his BLEACH reviews. That was the reason I wanted to start reviewing things, because I was watching this guy talk about a series that I love. Now I was like, I want to talk about it too, you know. So I'm just so excited to be able to finally like read a brand new BLEACH chapter, guys. Like, yeah, I got to read Burn the Witch and stuff, and yes, we know about Burn the Witch, but this is the, there's just so much to appreciate. There's so much to love here, guys, about BLEACH. BLEACH, definitely my favorite out of the big 3. One Piece might be better written, might be a better story, might be better this, that, and the other thing. But I've always thought, me personally, just on a personal level, BLEACH is my favorite of the big 3. It just always has been. It's one of my favorite series of all time. And the fact that we get to read another new chapter. Now, before we get into this chapter, of course, I do need to bring up one thing. I have not read Can't Fear Your Own World. Okay? There's a couple reasons for that. And long story short is, I'm not going to, I'm not really going to discuss that stuff. I'm not going to talk about that stuff. So if there's any references or any retcons or any changes from Can't Fear Your Own World in this chapter, it's probably going to go over my head. All right? So I am a BLEACH guy. I've read all these volumes multiple times. But, yeah. I actually have some old Shonen Jump copies. I wonder where they at. Anyways, I do have some old Shonen Jump magazine copies which had the had some BLEACH chapters in it, so I actually own those too, so that's pretty cool. We didn't get too many of them here in the east of Canada. You know, you couldn't go to the local store and buy the new copy every day. They were usually way behind and stuff like that, but yeah. So and yes, it might be a little early to start drinking. Of course, the wife doesn't want to talk to me all day. And the moment I want to talk some BLEACH, the wife wants to talk. I'm like, no. I mean, she doesn't want to talk. She just wants to text. But anyways, so yeah, really cool, really cool. And once again, guys, I hope you guys all know no spoilers for this one. Okay, like this is a serious. I haven't been this excited. I haven't read a new chapter of BLEACH in over 5 years. I think 6. When did it end? Whenever it ended, I think it was 5 years ago to the date, because this is 20th anniversary, 50. I think it's been 5 years since it ended. So please, guys, do not. It's been 5 years. It's been half a decade plus since I've read a new BLEACH chapter. No spoilers. You guys are always good about that, but just in case. Getting to the chat really quick, and also my internet's been kind of wonky because I'm using a Wi-Fi booster. I don't have a direct connection yet down here, so I hope that everything's going to go well. It wasn't working 5 minutes ago, but everything seems to be fine now, so okay. But yeah, let's get to the chat. Let's talk to the chat a little bit, and then we'll get right into this bad boy. Let's see. So, Miss Content says, big hype. Absolutely. Big hype, huge hype. Theodore, whose name... Shit, Theodore, I forget your name. I forget Theodore's name. Theodore told me what his name was. And now I forget. Shit. Sorry about that, man. Apologize. But Theodore's in here and says, morning. One is in here and says, yeah, boy, let's go. Caden said, the great return of Bleach. Absolutely. One says, the chapter was good. Okay. Careful with that shit. I don't want to be spoiled on anything. I don't want to hear a single word. All I know about it is that it's like 74 pages. That's all I know. That's all I want to know before I read it. So let's see. Rainey says the one shot was very interesting, to say the least. Okay, that's a little more vague. All right. Skin said the return of the goat. Miss Content said my first new Bleach chapter. That's right. Miss wasn't reading manga at the time, and Bleach was already over. Rainey said same. Oh, yeah, you guys must have been in for a huge treat. One said, nope, no changes were done to the novels, no retcons, etc. Okay, good to know. That's very good to know. And one got his message deleted by Miss. Oh, thank you, Miss. Thank you. All right, so listen, guys. I would love to do our regular 10-minute run-off time, but I can't wait. I waited long enough to give you guys a little bit of time, with the delay and blah, 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 because when the chapter dropped, I was there. I found it 3 minutes after it dropped, so I'm just super excited to get started. So this time, a much shorter run-off time. Let's just jump right into the GOAT, the return of the legend. Or, well, look at this. Opening page, Bleach, the second coming of a legend. Fucking right it is. Okay, and look at this cover spread. Holy shit. Let's see what we got here. Bleach began its serialization in issue 36-37 and carved itself as a legend. To celebrate its 20th anniversary, a new chapter has been unleashed to the world. Bleach by Tite Kubo. Fucking rights it is. Alright, let's get going. Let's see where everybody's at. Okay, there's Shunsui. Okay, still Captain Commander. Ichigo with his new haircut and stuff. Rukia. So this is clearly... I'm not sure if this is going to take place directly after the end of Chapter 74, where Ichigo and stuff already has a kid. We see that Rukia's hair looks longer like it was, and Ichigo's hair is shorter like it was at the end of Volume 74. But this doesn't mean necessarily this could have happened before the epilogue chapter. This could be 1 year after the Quincy defeat or whatever, So... but seeing all the captains again, this was a great idea by Kubo, showcasing all the captains plus Renji, all the captains plus Renji and Ichigo. Like that's kind of funny. But Rose is still alive apparently in the background. It's hard to tell. I think that's Mayuri up there, up on top of the building. Kensei, stuff like that. Shinji, yeah, we knew these people were alive. Rukia, of course, is the 13 Court Squad captain. I don't know if that happened directly, like it took 10 years. Like when the epilogue chapter happened, we got Rukia becoming the leader of the 13th division, the captain. But I don't know if that timeline syncs up perfectly. Like, so I'm not 100%. And this could just be a really nice color spread. And Lisa, okay, I don't think I didn't reread anything yet, guys. So maybe I'm rusty, but I don't remember Lisa being the new captain of the 8th Division, but apparently yes, and apparently Rose is alive. I thought Rose was dead. So, okay. And there's Soifone. Who cares about her? I mean, this is just beautiful. This is absolutely wonderful. I can't believe we got a new chapter by Kubo. This is amazing. Alright, so all the translators and everyone from TCB Scans, everybody go join their Discord. Everybody appreciate them. Let's jump into page 1 here. So, alright. So fucking excited. Okay. When I was little, I owned 2 goldfish. They were cute and I loved them a lot. But at some point, the larger one died. Okay, wonder who's speaking. The remaining goldfish seemed to feel lonely, and so did I while observing it. But from that day, the little goldfish I thought had stopped growing began to grow bigger and bigger, and continued to become healthier. Seeing that made me feel really relieved. I'm glad. It was a good thing that the larger one died. We're opening with some themes here. We're opening with some. This is some controversial yin yang, the circle of life shit going on. Okay, all right. Let's see, and then we see a shot of a fish. Okay, it looks more like a koi than a goldfish, but sure. All right. In the fucking sky. Okay, there's a fish. It seems like there's a school because there's another fin of another one. They're just flying in the sky. The sky is their ocean, apparently. These are sky fish, like in Seven Deadly Sins, the sky fish. Okay. I did not see this coming. I did not see this coming at all. And, World of the Living. Kazuya Kon-chan, World of the Living, Karakura Town, Block 1. Okay. So we're already jumping in. Here we go. I think this is Orihime. Yeah, it looks like Orihime. Let's see. So, yep, he's sleeping properly. Okay, so this is happening clearly, the end of volume 74. The end of volume 74 with the epilogue and all that stuff, right? So we had Kazuya Kurosaki and all that stuff. This is happening directly after that, it appears. Seems like. Okay. Good to know. Because we were all questioning the timeline. We all questioned, when is this actually going to take place? And as I said, by looking at the cover spread, I believe Rukia basically became captain that day when the kids met. So, okay. Yeah. So, he's sleeping. Thank you for playing with Kazui today as well, Kon-chan. Okay, yep. Checking on him. Kon's just laying there. Okay. So, Kon is, like, pretending to be a stuffed animal or something, but he's already a Soul Reaper, I thought. So, let's see. He's sleeping. He wakes up. Boom. About to get out the window. Hey, wait, stop. Okay, so Kon is already... Okay, so they're playing... Alright, so apparently they're not hiding shit. Apparently, so Kon is playing with Kazui. Alright. Let's see. He looks a little older, actually. Before he looked more like a toddler. Maybe it's been a year, like I thought. Maybe it's been about a year. Let's see. What? Don't whop me. You just got in trouble yesterday. You need to behave and go to sleep today. Okay, so maybe he sneaks out a lot, with his Shinigami powers. But I promised that I'd go today. You also promised your mom that you'd actually sleep. Which one's more important? The promise I made first. That's what I mean. What's up with this kid? He's so hard to handle. Fine, I don't care anymore. You don't have to come, Kon-chan. Okay, so... You also promised your mom the promise I made first. He's just so blunt about it. Okay, alright. So, let's see. He's going to jump out the window. Boom. Oh, onto the fish. Okay. So, turns into a Shinigami. Wait, I'm coming too. So, Kon jumps down onto one of the fish as well. You could have just said you didn't notice I left because you were sleeping. Ah, crap. I should have thought of that. I mean, good excuse. Good excuse. Sob, sniffle. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, he's going to be like, yeah, okay, I know what they're doing now. Kazui's going to be basically like Ichigo was at the beginning of chapter 1. He's going to be seeing ghosts. This time he's actually a Shinigami, but and we don't know how much he knows about being a Soul Reaper or Shinigami. But he's going to go and he's going to, help the people, sort of idea, the dead spirits, move on, not become hollows, So, Sob seems like a dude with an afro by a garbage bin. Maybe he was a drinker or something, crying. Uncle, I came to play. His cry doesn't suit him at all. Ah, Kazui! Okay, so uncle, in Japan, they always call, like, somebody, an older person that you don't really know. It's like, hi, uncle. They refer to you as uncle, yeah. That's a cultural thing, but... Okay, so he just goes around and spends... All right, we're painting a picture now. So far, I actually really like this. Let's see. You're late. I was so lonely, and I said this yesterday, but don't call me uncle. I'm 15. There's no way that dude's 15. A man that's lying about his age and whose cry don't suit him at all, says Cone. Yeah, there's no way he's 15. There's no way. Ichigo wasn't 15, and he was 15, but he was no 15-year-old, right? So let's see. I'm not lying. Wait, what is this talking stuffed animal? And one more thing I'm sorry about. I don't think I can come tomorrow, says Kazui. No way, I'll be lonely. Yeah, that's why. I'll take you to a place where you won't be lonely today. Okay, let's see. Where are they going to go? They're climbing the steps. There's a torii gate. Okay. Go into a shrine or something. Because usually torii gates are the entrances to shrines in Japan. Maybe they're going to the Higurashi Shrine. They're going to go to the Bone Eater's Well and jump 500 years into... Wait, that's Inuyasha. Never mind. Let's go. A shrine? No, next to it. We go in from here. Okay, so going into the bushes, blah, blah, blah. And doom. Okay. What is this little... tiny little shrine or something? Let's see. Whoa, what's this? It's scary. Was this your first time seeing it, Kon-chan? It's not scary. Look, you stand here and clap 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and boom. Eyeballs appear. Okay, that's kind of creepy. Eek. Okay, bow twice. He bows twice and clap once more. What the hell? And then a gate, like a mouth opens? Is it a gate or a Oh, the hell butterflies. Is this a, secret entrance to the Soul Society or some shit? Because those are a bunch of hell butterflies for sure. Clap 3 times and boom. And he opened it, but it looks like an opening to a mouth. Is it an opening to the Dangai? Okay. So they're like, what? See inside here. It's alright. Everyone's there. Bleach. No breaths from hell. The Soul Society. So is that where they went? They're really going to the entrance to the Soul Society? Because the next shot, there we see the new pillars and all that stuff. Sogyoku Hill and stuff. But there's the Soul Society. Okay, so 3 hours earlier. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe that is the entrance to the Dangai or Wikomundo or something like that. Because it looks more hollow-like, but those are hell butterflies. So I'm not sure. I'm fangirling out here, guys. Okay. I don't think I'll be checking the chat until I finish the chapter, just in case of spoilers, guys. I just want to keep reading. Okay, so 3 hours earlier, the Soul Society Officer Mansion District, and there's Renji and Rukia's kid. I forget her name. She's running around through the streets. Good morning. Madarama Martial Arts Dojo. He started a dojo? Master! Hey, you're late, Ichika. Slam. Oh, so, wait. So you're telling me that, okay, so her name's Ichika. So, I hope I'm saying that right, Ichika. Because Ichi, Rukia, So you're late, Ichika. So, learning from Ikkaku? That's pretty impressive, not gonna lie. That's pretty impressive. The man hit a Bankai just because he was like, yeah, my captain doesn't use Bankai, so neither will I. Literally, that's his reason. So, they just want to fight sword v sword, not any of these special ability sort of ideas. That must have changed later, but okay. So we get Ikkaku. That's awesome. He's just like ching ching, and he's, of course, because he's Ikkaku, he's awesome, and he's blocking every single blow that Ichika is. Okay, boom, 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 and all right. So she flips on top of the. She jumps on top of the roof. Whew, you've improved, master. Like, you mean? Oh man, the cockiness. Shut up, you little shit. I've been good from the start. I'm your master. And stop posing. Get off the roof or I'm going to kick your ass, you little shit. I love Ikkaku. Shut up, you little shit. Get down there. I've always been good at this shit. Wow, okay. You called me a little shit 2 times. You're the only one that calls me a little shit. Let's see. Meaning, I can't be replaced. You should be grateful. Now stop whining and jump down, you little shit. It's dangerous if I jump down. What? Slam. You idiot, be careful. I see an opening. I don't have one. Awesome. She's trying to play the hurt damsel. No, sorry. And she's like, trying to struggle and stuff. Ikkaku, have you gotten rusty? Haven't you gone on expeditions to the world of the living? I haven't gone. I'm only allowed to go on long breaks. Okay, must be lonely. I bet you're longing to see Ichigo's kid. Ooh, blushing, blushing. Let's see. I don't want to see him. Baka. It's not like that between me and Kazui. You're an idiot, master. An idiot. You baka. I'm not tsundere. You're tsundere. Okay. Hey. Oh, you were chica. Oh, yeah. The gang's back together. All we need is to see Kenpachi just doom right behind him. You guys are still going at it? Good morning, Chika-san. You're beautiful today as well. Thank you. You're also cute, Ichika-chan. Why are you making that face? I haven't done anything. Okay. And what do you mean we're still going at it? This kid just arrived. Ah? So you've forgotten after all? Habarai. The Seoul Funeral Festival? Let's see. Let's see what Renji got to say about this. It's a ritual that takes place 12 years after the funeral of a captain that died in battle. It's my first time hearing about it. I'm assuming you're talking to Rukia, maybe? I don't know. But Rukia would know about it, you would think. I don't know who... It seems like they're talking maybe on this... Yeah, they're talking on a cell phone or like the receiver thing that the Soul Society... Whatever it is. They're talking on something that Urahara probably invented. So, a cell phone. So he's talking to somebody. Seoul Funeral Festival. Maybe he's talking to Ichigo. It's a ritual that takes place 12 years after the funeral of a captain that died in battle. It's my first time hearing of it. I haven't heard of it till this year either. After all, captains rarely die in battle. That makes sense. Like 12 years seems like an odd time, but everyone talks in dozens too, so not really. And realistically, when was the last time a captain died? You know, like before, like we had lieutenants and stuff that were perished, and then the visored thing happened, but that was more of okay, they're like exiled. Same with the Urahara, that was exile. Moving on to the division, the Zero Division, Heikefune. Realistically, yeah, so nobody died, and then 12 years, the Seoul Funeral Festival, and that actually makes sense to honor guys that were the level of captains, especially guys like Uketake. Who else died? Who else died? Komamura didn't actually die. Nobody knows that Gin was a good guy, so I don't think... And they wouldn't celebrate Tozen. They wouldn't celebrate... And Aizen's actually alive. The visors all ended up living. So is it just Uketake? I think it is. I think it's just Uketake. So that's who they're gonna... Yeah. And Yamamoto, of course. Yamamoto. I think those are the only 2 captains that actually died that they would hold like a funeral and then the festival thing for. So maybe they're going to celebrate both of them. I mean, they're both stellar. Unohana. Unohana's dead too. Holy shit. How did I forget these people? Yeah, Yamamoto and Unohana and stuff. So they all died around the same time, so maybe they're going to maybe they held all 3 funerals afterwards, so they're going to hold all 3 as, yeah, okay. I might be forgetting something at this point. I can't believe I forgot Unohana. So we did the previous Captain Commander's ritual the other day. Oh, okay, so they did do it separate. Then we did Captain Unohana's. And today's ritual is for Captain Uketake. Okay, so they did do it separately. So they did the Captain Commander's, so they did Yamamoto's and they did Unohana's. Now they're going to do Uketake's. That's going to be interesting. So let's see, what kind of ritual is it? We capture a hollow in the world of the living and kill it in front of their grave. Huh? What the heck? Is that fine by the standards of Soul Society? Well, it's an older custom. Wait a minute. Where are you right now? It's awfully noisy around you. Ah, my bad. Keigo started a ramen shop recently. It's Ichigo! Ichigo! And we all came to eat since he doesn't get any customers. Oh, that's so sad. Is he sane choosing that store name, Spirit Ramen? Keigo has never been sane. No, I have, like right now. Could you stay out of the conversation, owner? The other customers will feel uncomfortable if you're too friendly with us. You know, I don't have any other customers, yet you still said that. It was a roundabout way to telling you to shut up, owner. Call me by my name when there's no other customers, damn you! Okay, so Ichigo just chilling. He just chilling. I mean, I don't know why his ramen shop wouldn't be successful. Spirit Ramen does sound a little odd, but of course, you know, they have the secret, the knowledge, you know. So, okay, interesting. But I'm surprised, like, they're telling, like, Renji seems to be, like, almost inviting, saying, hey, here's what we're doing for the Soul Funeral thing, festival. I'm amazed that he wasn't already told and invited to do it for Yamamoto and Unohana. Uketake, of course, had much more to do with Ichigo than the other two. But really, they didn't invite Ichigo for the Captain Commanders? I don't know, that seems a little odd. Like, that'd be odd if we found out later that Ichigo wasn't invited to the funeral, the actual funeral itself when it first happened. So, and why tell him about it now? Like, is he invited? Like, a little odd, I think, but okay. So let's see. Here's one bowl of ramen. Oh, my ramen's here, so I gotta go. Hey, wait. I'm the one that called you. Don't cut it off. Oh, that's right. So what do you want? I was saying that you should attend too. Okay. So now Renji's calling him saying this. Attend that Kill a Hollow festival? Spirit Funeral Festival. Actually, it's funny because they call it Soul Funeral Festival before. So, normally only captains are allowed to attend. But you're not an outsider regarding Captain Uketake, so they said that you should attend. Who said it? Kyoraku-san, Captain Kyoraku, and Rukia. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I guess technically, even though Ichigo is captain level, I mean, he's beyond most captain levels, but he's definitely a captain level, and it's sort of an informal of that. He's one of the heroes of the Soul Society sort of idea. Normally only captains are allowed to attend, so but Renji makes it sound like that he was involved with Yamamoto's and Unohana's, and he's not a captain, right? He didn't become a captain. Rukia became a captain, but Renji is still a lieutenant. He's captain level, of course, but that's sort of irrelevant. So that I don't know, that feels kind of weird to me. That feels kind of weird. But maybe that's just a translation thing. Anyway, doesn't matter. The point is that Ichigo going to attend. So Captain Kyoraku, who is, of course, Uketake's best friend, wants Ichigo there. And I mean, that's Captain Commander. You do what the fuck he says. And Rukia. Pause. Oh, and there's Rukia. Oh, I sort of like this. Usually that looks kitty. I like that hairstyle. That's cool for Rukia. Let's see. If it isn't Ichigo. Okay, so now they're going to talk. Let's see. This is amazing. Your face appears. So this is the new model of the Reaper communication device. So they basically have Skype now. They sort of had it before, actually. If you remember, they had it during the Arrancar arc. They had widescreen. They had widescreen Skype. But now they're FaceTiming, I guess you could say. So now they're mobile FaceTiming. Urahara, you son of a gun, just seeing what the humans invent and going, all right, I can do that. Spiritually. Let's go. What do you have, an older model? Yes, I said I didn't need a new one because the old model works just fine, but it's a different story if you can see faces. It's so interesting. By the way, where's Orihime? Is she on this side? She's... Okay, funny. And Renji just like, what? You can't see her even if you look from an angle. She's doing the laundry at home. What? A husband that leaves all the chores to his wife. I know what this is called. It's called moral harassment, right? It's... Okay. I'm just enjoying this, guys. I'm really enjoying this. The banter back and forth. This is Renji. This is Rukia. Kubo didn't forget how they behave and act towards each other. He's not forgetting. He remembers who these... Like, yeah. God damn, this is an amazing time, guys. This is an absolute banger. This is an amazing time. I don't care if this chapter is just fluff. Like this, we get to see... I mean, it's sort of opening with that dread thing that maybe the sun went to Hueco Mundo or some shit. But then again, doesn't Nell run Hueco Mundo with Haribel? So, like, Nell wouldn't let anything happen to Ichigo's kid. So, Nell's the queen, and she's probably like, yeah, nobody touch Ichigo's kid. You know, like, so, and that would be the law, right? So, I don't know what the danger would be, but it did look menacing, and I saw the Hell Butterfly, so I'm still confused. But either way, even if it was just fluff for the rest of this chapter... I wouldn't mind that, just seeing the interactions of the characters again, because I'm just enjoying the shit out of this. So let's see, you're wrong, and when did you even learn something like that? Let's see, so Rukia said, we recently started having these things called TVs in the Soul Society, and you can watch shows from the world of the living, too. Yeah, that's Urahara at his finest. I'm assuming it's Urahara. It could have been Akon and the Research Science Division, but I doubt Mayuri, who is still in charge of the science and research development, would allow the commoners to have... Like, that's not interesting to him, you know? So let's see. Never thought this would be how I learn what a parent feels when their kids watch TV instead of studying. Okay. But a TV in Soul Society, huh? I can't really imagine that. Yeah, Urahara-san... I mean, everybody called it, but I'm just glad I was right. Urahara-san started helping out at the Shinigami Research and Development Institute after the war. Well, he started it, of course he did. And a bunch of new spirit devices have been invented. I'm amazed that Mayuri is, I mean, once again, it's Urahara. He can't really stop him. Maybe Mayuri, I was just thinking, he perfected Nemu as far as he's concerned. Like, or he never perfected Nemu, but he did something that Aizen and Urahara never did. He did something they never could. He made life. From scratch. It's basically what he wanted to do. He did it, so maybe he's not interested anymore. Maybe I thought at first maybe he moved on to the next thing, but maybe he actually is like done with science. I don't see it, but potentially he's like, there's my Oppius. I'm done. I've set out what I wanted to do. I'm gonna go do something else now. I'm gonna go paint. You know, maybe because I mean Urahara is the original founder and the first chief of the Science and Research Development, so I can't really see if he came back and said, yeah, hi, Captain Kodiaku, I'm just gonna, yeah, Mayuri's kind of causing a mess, but I'm gonna, like, help them out, so we good? You know, like, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Urahara-san really is an amazing person, and the best part about this is, confirmed, Urahara survived his battle with Askin. We all assumed that that's why Nell was there. Nell and Grimjaw outside the bubble. They got Yoruichi and Kisuke out. We sort of assumed that, but it was never confirmed because, of course, Kubo was rushed to show everything in the last chapter. So, let's see. Urahara-san really is an amazing person. I can't let that... Whoa! Mayuri in a totally different... I always love that he shows up in these crazy things. That one during the Hueco Mundo with all the bright light was freaking hilarious looking, but Kubo just has fun with these wacky designs. Like what's this? What's this? But it's Mayuri Kodatsuchi. I am going to do this, and I am going to do that, and I am mad scientist. Mad. Let's see. I can't let that pass. But they're absolutely terrified. I would be too. Captain Kuratsuchi, why are you here? In the first place, I was inventing things while keeping the grace of Serete in mind. That man who doesn't know a thing about grace is trying to ruin my efforts. Wait, no, Renji, he's not actually here. Oh, wow, okay. Ah, there, he's an image coming out of this bug. What is that? It's disgusting. That's graceful? Yeah. Mayuri saying, oh, I'm just worried about the grace and the beautification of soul society. Oh, yes. Like, no, you're not. You're creepy. Like, Beelzebub from Wreck-It Ragnarok, take notes. This is what a creepy Lord of the Blugs and Flies and everything else looks like. This is what they do. You know? Yeah, okay. So let's see. So he's projecting image. It's useless. Even if you crush that insect. I already have spread replacements all over the place. That sounds like something you'd say during battle. And I can hear your voices, so you should choose your words carefully. Eek! Jesus. Yeah, he's at... Eek! Yeah, that's absolutely... Like what? Okay. Oh, so we're jumping over. Now we're in the 4th Division barracks. We're in... Oh, so we're going... So he's sent them to all the barracks to inform captains or something like that? I don't know. Okay, so Isane, who I always thought looked better with her old haircut, who's the new 4th Division. Basically, the 4th Division really went downhill. Realistically, like, unfortunately, because Isane's not really... Is she really captain level? I mean, people complain about Iba, but at least Iba can fight with Ikaku, from what we understand. They've always had a rivalry. The fact that, like, I don't know if Isane is really 4th, like, captain level, but, I mean, once again, it is the healing division, and she's a good healer, so, we'll see. So, I think that's Hanataro, maybe? Hanataro would have made a better captain, in my opinion. We're sorry, Captain Kodatsuchi. Alright, Big Sis and Yamada. Oh, it's Yamada. You shouldn't apologize when you haven't done anything wrong. Oh, it's a hologram. It's the first time seeing the real deal. Gross. Shinji, 5th Division. Is an emergency message, Captain Kodatsuchi? I have a message for all vice captains. All vice captains. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I'm home. So it's Harbara. Master said he forgot a job or something, so he kicked me out, even though I went out of my way to go there. Oh yeah, who's the 11th Division lieutenant now? Is it Ikaku? I think, was that confirmed that it is Ikaku? He's the new lieutenant? I'm pretty sure that was confirmed. But yeah, okay. But he forgot a job or something? Alright, let's see. Yes! Captain Kuratsuchi, cool! Okay, she finds Captain Kuratsuchi cool. Let's see. For the first stage of tonight's Soul Funeral Festival, preliminary ritual capture of the masked spirit. It's about time for all vice captains to head to the world of the living. Okay? And, of course, Nanao... I wonder who's the 9th Division, or the 8th Division lieutenant? Now I'm curious. Okay, because, yeah, it's still... Hurry up your preparations. Yes, you still have Omada. There's Soifone and stuff. Then we have, of course, there's Double. Nanao came over from the 1st. So she's the 1st Division lieutenant, technically. So Nanao is heading over. Tells Okiba-san, stick next to our captain. Understood. Okay. The 7th Division. Who's the lieutenant? Who's the lieutenant of the 7th? Who's the lieutenant of the 8th? Who's the lieutenant of the... Like, I don't know who any of these guys are, but we're going to see it. That's really, really cool. Let's see. So, 7th Division. Hey, have you guys seen Atu? Wonder who Atu is. The vice captain is playing with the animals in the yard. Okay. That guy, even though I said that today is an important day. Atu! Wow, it looks like friggin' Noah's Ark over there. And okay, looks. I wonder who this guy is. Huh? New character, I guess. New character. I got a message for you, Captain Kuratsuchi. It's fine. I heard it just now. Oh, okay. So, is he deaf? Or like, I don't get the whole. It's it's fine. Like, is he signing it? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure why this panel looks the way it does. And if he was deaf, he wouldn't yell his name. So, I'm curious as to why it's not in speech bubbles. But anyways, okay. So, new character, I guess, who has a fondness for animals. Makes sense since, Saijin and stuff. So, let's see. Oh, okay. And then we have Hitsugaya. Of course, that'd be the 10th. So, we're skipping 8 and 9? He set up such a large-scale contraption all over the barracks just for a message. We already knew about the time. Could it be that Captain Kuratsuchi is panicking because Urahara-san keeps inventing new merchandise? Try not to say such stupid things. Yeah. So, Rangiku. So Urahara's back, but he's not a captain? Like, I suppose they all know what happened now, so Urahara has no reason to be exiled anymore. So he's not banned from the Soul Society. He can come and go as he please. But, like, does he stay in Soul Society, or does he just work from home? Like, I don't know. Let's see. I'm just testing a prototype. That makes use of better technology than what he has. You're totally conscious of him. 9th Division Barracks. Boom! Wow! Oh, right, Hisagi, right, Kensei. What am I thinking? Of course, Hisagi would still be the 9th. Yeah, of course. Yeah, because Kensei's still there. Rose would be the 3rd. Where did Love go again? Where would Love have gone? Is Love dead? Did Love die and Rose is alive? I'm all confused now. I'm getting myself all screwed up now. Maybe Love died and I forgot. I have no idea. Because he was a captain. But he was a captain of the 7th. So, and clearly Eva's the captain of the 7th. So, okay. So no way he can attack? Okay, so above all else, did you refer to the inventions of my Shinigami Research and Development Institute as merchandise? I'm not the one that said that. Let's see. So that's what they meant by a job. Both my father and my master. It's not fair for them to go play in the world of the living without telling me. I want to know who all the other lieutenants are. Like, seriously. Like, okay, Rose is apparently alive. I thought Rose died, but apparently Love is dead? Or if Love isn't dead, he's not a captain? What the hell? I don't, yeah, okay. And Rose is alive. I thought Rose died. Okay, so, and who's the new, who's Lisa's lieutenant? You know? And why would Lisa over Love? I don't know. She was a lieutenant, not a captain, but anyways. Okay, captains are the only ones that attend the ritual, and vice captains are to capture a hollow for preparations. Let's see. So, but Ichigo is invited. I assume Renji's invited as well. He's like a special lieutenant, I guess, in this case. Well, let's see. But was there a need for all these people to gather here? Ichigo back at... Look at Ichigo. Just back in his old... Yes. In the Shihakusho. I love it. I love it. Shut up. Outsiders should stop yapping about our traditions. And why are you even here in the first place? Didn't you invite him? What? You're the one that told me I'm not an outsider and that I should attend. I told you to attend the ritual. Now, don't fight. So there's Rangiku and stuff, of course. We got some faceless people in the background, it seems. That looks like Hisagi, but I don't know who the other one is. Or that might be Ikaki. I don't know. Yeah, Ichigo's like, what? You told me to attend, and Rangiku's just like, what? It's Ichigo. Who cares? Seriously, who cares? It's Ichigo, you know? But yeah, okay, so I'm curious who the other lieutenants are now. I really am. So let's see. Anyway, the ritual can't start until we finish our side of things. So you can quickly get this done, quickly attend the ritual, and quickly go out for a drink. Rangiku. Yeah, drinking all of them under the lieutenants under the table since the beginning of Bleach. Ichigo said, I just got a sudden addition to my schedule. You can drink today? Yeah, I still have time until my deadline. What are you working as again? I'm a translator. Wow, you're such an intellectual. Okay, so that's interesting. I just got a sudden addition to my schedule, but he says, can you drink today? He goes, yeah, I have time. Oh, so they are going to go out. He's basically like, yeah, no, we're not going drinking with Ron. Maybe it was like, okay, I'll go drinking with Renji, but I'm not going drinking with my, Rangiku. She'll fucking, floor us. So, Ichigo's a translator. I thought he was working at the hospital. I thought he was a doctor. Huh. Like his dad or whatever. And where's his dad? He didn't die or anything, did he? Because can Shinigami, look at how old these guys are. Technically, I mean, it's sort of unfair, but I'm imagining Ichigo's going to live to be centuries old. Did Ishin die? Jesus. Okay, Taki died, took some time, then blah, 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 blah. There's Nemu, of course we love Nemu. Ikaku, yeah, Kenpachi, Shinji, blah, blah, blah. Wait up, Captain, nearly appointed. You as a captain. Yeah, Lisa's the new captain at that time, too. And Rose is alive. We just don't see the love anywhere. Huh, interesting. So Rukia becomes blah, blah, blah. And then the final chapter, there's Byakuya and stuff, of course. You're here, hey. When a hospital is empty, it's been a long time, blah, blah, blah. Chad, Dr. Ishida. Yeah, they don't actually mention, I don't think they mention Ishin, so I don't know. If they do, I'm not going to sit here and read the whole thing while we're doing another chapter, but yeah, so I don't know where anybody is. Where's Love? Where's Ishin? Where's Yodoichi? Where is everybody? All right, let's go. I'll introduce the newcomer. There's only one, so who are the other lieutenants? If there's, all lieutenants, all vice captains gather. So that should be 13 of them. But who is the other ones? Is Kiba still, model-ass Kiba with the frickin' craziness? Is Kiba still the 3rd Division lieutenant? Is who is the 8th Division lieutenant now under Lisa? Seriously, the only newcomer, what? I'll introduce a newcomer since it's rare for us all to gather together. I need to see it. That's Rindo, the vice captain of Iba-san's division. Okay, Rindo, right? He can't talk. No, I don't, sorry. He said you don't need to apologize. He can read lips so he understands what we're saying. That's awesome. Wait, you're not awesome at all. Stop making that smug face. And, hey-ya! Let's see. How's it going? I'm the vice captain of the 8th. Oh my god. Who the hell? Who is this? I'm the vice captain of the 8th Division. Okay, so we are going to get them all. How's it going? She's like one of those Japanese girls that's trying to speak out, so she gets the spray on tan, she dyes her hair, she gets the piercing, she shows off her midriff. She's like that classic. There is a word for them, but it's basically I'm trying to make my parents unhappy or whatever, literally. Do everything against the traditions. Okay, so Shinigami in a skirt, got it. Sorry, she's been influenced by what's referred to as a Gaira in the world of the living. The world of the living doesn't have Gairas like that. I don't, I'm probably saying that one wrong. Is that the word I was thinking of? Let's look it up. Gaira is the umbrella term to refer to a fashion subculture in Japan, which lasted for 2 decades. Yeah, with the spray-on tans, the hair, yeah. Okay. Ichigo's like, whoa, come on, that's crazy. By the way, she's the vice captain of Captain Yadamara's division. Ah, that makes sense. Okay, so Renji's like, yeah, well, it was Lisa. And it's like, oh. Ichigo's like, that makes sense. That makes sense. So you're the hero of the Great War, Ichigo-san. I've heard the rumors. Can I take a picture? Oh, of course. Selfie! Yeah, that type of personality. Okay, I'll make sure to put a filter on. I'm not a hero. Don't take a picture and don't use a filter. Okay, so let's see. I'll ask my captain about your Line account and send you a friend request later, so make sure to add me. No way. And why does she know about my account? That's alright. I'm a tolerant person, so I'll just pretend I didn't hear you say that. Who made it so that the Reaper communication devices support Line? Urahara-san did. That bastard. I mean, yeah. True. So let's see. Okay, so Ichika has a hell butterfly there, but seems to be like stalking them or whatever. Alright, I got here without getting caught. I just had to put my mind to it. Then all of a sudden, she senses something really deadly. I don't know what to make of that. If that's a kanji or something, it's hard to make out. Senses something. Boom. Let's see. It's this crazy, I'm trying to make it out. Ichika says, "What's that? Why hasn't everyone noticed it?" It's just, that's a creepy looking fucking hollow. That's Kubo always coming up with new inventive designs. I mean, it's simple, but it's so different. I like it. I really like it. So we never found out who the new lieutenant for who's the 13th Division lieutenant? I don't think we know that. So we don't know who the 13th is. We don't know who the 9th is. Oh, yes, we do. That's Hisagi. I imagine Kiba's still the 3rd? Sure. Okay. Anyways. Moving on. So let's see. So what's that? Why hasn't anyone noticed it? Yeah, why hasn't these guys, if she can see it, why can she see it and they can't? Or maybe they can see it and they're waiting for an opening. That's why they're screwing around. So then Renji and Ichigo talking. She yells, "Father! Ichika, why are you..." Okay, notices. Then boom, Renji gets hit, it seems. Ichigo flash, notices something. Boom, boom, boom. Attacking going down. Ichigo. Yeah. So maybe they were waiting for it. All cut. What's that? A hollow? No way. Why didn't anyone notice it? Okay, so they actually didn't notice it. They weren't playing around. They didn't notice this thing. Okay, I mean, Ichigo making short work of it, though. He cut half of its body parts into 5 pieces already. So they're saying that nobody noticed it. Okay. And then there's, ooh! That's, what's her name, sister? Kione. So maybe she's the 13th Division Lieutenant under Rukia, because she was part of the 13th. She might be under her sister as the 4th, but I don't see that. That's probably Hanadaro. So, holy shit. So stabbed. Boom. And then they look behind. Oh, holy shit. All these rings. They all have rings. That's very different. And they're just walking through this portal. Wow. And why did nobody notice it? You're telling me that Ichigo and Renji and all these guys didn't notice a hollow and Ichika did? And where did these strong guys all come from that can sneak up on lieutenants? Holy crap. So thud, Renji getting out of the rubble going, what the hell? Ichika, father, you idiot, why are you here? I'm sorry, father, I'm sorry. Ikaku, bam. Yeah, Ikaku, do your stuff. These guys don't have a Ryatsu. They're not ordinary hollows. That still doesn't explain why they can't see them. These guys don't have Ryatsu. Ooh. Well, strike them all at once and spread out. But the hollows used for the ritual is supposed to be captured alive, not these ones. These ones are dangerous. Oh, and there's what's his name? Kyone's partner in crime, under Uketake. This isn't the time to be saying that. We can capture hollows after we take these guys out. That's absolutely right. But so do they have a double lieutenant? Are they double lieutenants right now? Does the 13th have 2, or is he the 13th and she's the 4th? Because I don't think we haven't seen the 4th division, so I imagine where she was chilling with her sister there, that she probably transferred over to the 4th to become the lieutenant, and he became the 13th lieutenant. Okay, so it's starting to add up. And then we have Arata. Let's see what he can do. Oh, Poison Ivy style. Look like Renji style. Taka. Hawk. So he writes on the blade. Oh, but it looks so cool. It's like paper. It's like the spirit papers. Taka. Hawk. And he turns his sword into a bunch of the paper. This is cool. This is pretty cool. Just flies by him. Slaughtered and eaten by a murder of crows. Well, I mean, it's technically like murder. It would have been cooler. Like, Hawk is cool, but I like it would have been cool if he had said crow. Murder. You know, murder of crows. But anyways, really, that's badass. That's pretty cool, okay? And, okay, so what can she do? The new one. She's stomping all over the spine. Jumps up. Man, there's a lot going on there. Claws out. Like a bear or a Wolverine or something. Claws out. Gow. Crushes the head like it got eaten by a bear and then gow. That's interesting. That's extremely interesting. I love the fact that right now, like we get to see all the lieutenants back in action. I'm hoping to get the captains. I don't know how many pages into this I am. I'm hoping to see the captains again, doing some fighting. But at the very least, if we get to see the lieutenants, that's cool too. Especially the new ones and stuff. So apparently, I don't know if this is her Zanpakuto, or if it's some form of. It's definitely not. I don't think it's keto. Maybe a tan hand like Yoruichi. I'm not sure. But either way, it looks really cool. Blood going everywhere. Akon there, of course. Yeah, because Akon, he would become the... he's the 12th because Nemu is, this big now. So, yeah, okay. So, just pulls out a vial, drops it, and then boom, boom, boom. This thing walks forward. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 8, 8, 8, 1, 2, 3, 6, 6. Run. Melt. Steps, and boom, just like acid everywhere. And then he notices something flying at him from above 7 times. Boom! Who's crushing down? Who's crushing down 7 times? Oh, of course. Square time. This confirms it. This is why we weren't introduced to the 3rd. I know who this is. There we go. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I see the sword. It's Kiba. Yeah, look at him. He's still... Or not Kiba, Kira. Sorry. I keep calling him because his name is... I keep thinking of Iba, but it's not Kiba. It's Kira. Yeah. Zuru Kira. Man, he looks pretty cool, actually. He's looking pretty badass. And I guess he is alive. Kira, why don't you quit your hobby of patrolling remote regions? It suits me, both remote regions and arriving late. Let's see, Renji said, I'm glad they're strange hollows, but it looks like we got things under control. I'm heading over there too. You're in for a scolding once we get back, Ichika. Let's see. And then jump and chains. So lonely. Oh no. Are these hollows created because of that thing that we saw at the beginning of the chapter? The chains, they look like something out of a Mugetsu or something. Don't be in such a hurry. Abarai Renji? Hell butterflies everywhere? What the hell is this? Like, if they're hollows without Ryatsu. Like, I'm trying to think. They're clearly hollows. They've confirmed they're hollows, but they don't have Ryatsu. That's really strange. Ichika could see them. And then who would know? Because once again, the Quincy's are destroyed, so I imagine Haribel and Nell retook over Waco Mundo. So where are these things coming from? Is it Eisen? Is Eisen pulling some shit? I don't know. Let's see. Abarai Renji. I wanted to see your face on this auspicious day, so I went out of my way to come here. What is this thing? Who is this? It's all skeleton and bone. Who the hell? You are... Renji says... Salaporo? What? And he's got the ring too. He's got the ring too. How did he get out of the time? How did he get out of the time loop thing? Oh, of course he would want to see Renji, because it was Renji and Uryu fighting him originally, and then then Mayuri trapped him in a never-ending loop. How did he escape it? And what's with the new... What's with the... What's going on? Okay, so it's Salaporo. So they are coming from Waco Mundo. What? It's just you? He's looking forward. Let me guess. He wants the Quincy. I said I wanted to see your face, but that was just adulation. I don't see that scrawny Quincy, and that mad scientist isn't here either. If I was a person of small caliber, I would take this as an insult. What's with your appearance? Are you dead? This. That's right. I have fallen to hell. Oh, remember, hell does exist in the Bleach verse. That's right, too. But why would he have been sent to hell? Did the Quincy's eliminate him or something? Like, he should have still been standing there. What do you mean? Hell is nice. You are unleashed from the yoke of a hollow, and your whole is moved outside of your body. Both hatred and pain, like tears, flow outside of your brain. He's growing horns? What the... I mean, I'm not going to lie. Salaporo was one of my least favorite Espada. He was absolutely disgusting. And there's some implications in that fight between him and Mayuri about exactly what goes on with these mad scientist types. But... I won't lie, this design with the horns coming out of his head and the hair and stuff, I missed Kubo so fucking much. Seriously, like, how did you not... When did Shueisha decide Bleach isn't making us money? Like, who made that call? What moron deserved to get fired who said, yeah, I think we're going to axe Bleach? Looking at this... It doesn't matter what happens this week in One Piece or Jujutsu Kaisen or any of the other series ongoing right now. It doesn't matter. This drops, nobody's going to give a shit about anything else going on. Everyone's going to care about this. Like, the hollow hole outside of the body. Like, we've already sort of seen that before with the hollow hole created from Ichigo's side. You create a hollow hole and then it begins and blah, 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 blah. But here... It burst from... So they were sent to hell. Maybe that was because of the Quincy invasion? Okay. So Renji's looking at him absolutely like, what the hell? Oh, his design is awesome. I will say that. This design, if they actually came from hell, from the Hell Gates or whatever, then definitely doing the demon horns right. What is that thing? It's scared. Poor thing. Of course, Ichika had to come. What's wrong? Answer me, Abarai Renji. I'm asking you what that thing is. Well, not that you have to answer me, since the Warden of Hell is all-seeing. So are we literally doing like the Hellverse thing? Are we literally doing the movie? We're doing the Hellverse? Because... I sort of don't mind that, because the Hellverse movie wasn't bad, it wasn't great, but Hell was confirmed in the manga to exist. So, the Gates of Hell did open officially in the anime and the manga, so we knew that realm existed, it's just that there was never any issue. But now, The Warden of Hell is all singing. Who's that, I wonder? Did Aizen all of a sudden become the Warden of Hell? I can see it. Now, I'll start things off by killing your daughter, Abarai Renji. Alright, Jum, oh man. This is so cool. This has to be like, I must have read like 50 pages. Like, they're not going to just end this, are they? I mean, that would imply there's more. Ooh. Father? No father? Okay. So he's being stabbed by the chains and being pulled. We're just trying to get there. Ching! All the chains go. Of course, it's Ichigo. We can all hear it. Bam, 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 bam. I can hear it. I can hear the fucking music. That's damn right. Ichigo. Go, Renji. Take Ichika-chan to a safe place. You're in my way. Killing you after all this time wouldn't merit me anything, but I'll kill you, Kurosaki Ichigo. Who the hell are you? Yeah, Ichigo. Ichi fucking go. Who the hell are you? It's like, I'll kill you, Kurosaki Ichigo. I don't even know who the fuck you are. That's an Ichigo response. Doom. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, they're in front of Ukitaki's grave there. There's all the captains. And then, oh, it's like blood dripping down from the sky all of a sudden. Doom. What is this? It's not Reishi that won't return to the atmosphere? Ooh, Shunsui catches someone on his blade. Sizzle. This is a will-o-wisp from hell. Will-o-wisp? Why is there something like that here? Kensei, Rose, Shinji, Mayuri, Soifon, all shocked. Rukia, could you all lend your ears to a single superstition? It's been spoken about for a long time in Soul Society, and I believed it to be a superstition as well. There is a word, Rei, spiritual authority. It's a unit of measurement that used to be utilized by nobles, and so is said to represent the concentration of Ryatsu that resides in Reishi. The average division member has a Rei of grade 20. Vice captains vary between grades 5 and 4, and captains consist of grade 3 and higher. This is sort of like the explanation about Vasta Lordes and Arancard and all that stuff before. A Soul Reaper's body is made up of Reishi, and when they die, their body turns into Reishi and returns to the earth of Soul Society. But people classified as grade 3 and higher can't do that because their Ryatsu concentration is too high. What allows them to return is this ritual, Soul Funeral Festival. This is what's taught at the Soul Reaper Academy. And what I'm about to say is the superstition. Actually, Reishi of grade 3 and higher cannot return to the earth. Hana and Uketake are all dead. The latest, Yamamoto's especially. And the Zero Division is all dead too, remember. Like, other than Ichibe, I guess. But, or they were dead. I don't know. So, okay. So what should we do? We can't allow Reishi that's too powerful to remain in Soul Society. The Soul Funerals Festival's real purpose is something else. With this ritual, deceased captains are sent down to hell. So you're if they go to hell, we're gonna see Yamamoto again? Gin! Ichimaru! Oh, Matsumoto, Rangiku and Gin getting to finally say goodbye properly. Oh, there's so much. There's so much they could do with this, and it's not some Dragon Ball, like, just wishing everybody to 1,000,099 lives bullshit. It makes sense. This actually makes sense. Like, Yamamoto could burn a realm. when he dies, that Ryatsu and all his power doesn't just like... This actually makes sense in the context of the story. It doesn't retcon anything. I think I'm in love with Kubo all over again. Sorry guys, I gotta call my wife. I need to send her divorce papers, and hopefully Kubo decides to marry me, because... Holy Jesus Christ. I didn't think they would actually take a serious route with this. I did not see that. So is that what he opened? He opened a gate to hell? Clap 3 times and blah, blah, blah. He knew the ritual. Is that... Okay. Maybe. What are you saying? Okay, so Sapporo, of course, was the one who said it. What? I'm telling the truth. Don't grieve, Kurosaki Ichigo. You should know that a price must be paid to gain strength. He does know that. Souls that have lost a place to return to because of the immense power they sought are saved by sending them down to hell. Does that mean like Baragon and all the... Like... Because if Sapporo is sent down there, then... Because at first I'm thinking, okay, like specific, like Unohana, Uketake, fucking Yamamoto. Immense. They're beyond grade 3, like what Shunsui was talking about. Like most captains are grade 3 or higher. Yamamoto is breaking that scale, no question. So is Aizen, so is other people. But if Sapporo goes down there, that means that like all the Espada that died, all the fucking all the Espada, potentially. I mean, the Quincy's they're not actually made up of Reishi, or Ryatsu, so I'm not sure how the Quincy's are technically human, so I don't think the Quincy's would be down there. But yeah. That means like Stark and Baragon and okay. I mean, maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe it's like no. Like there's more. But what the hell? Don't grieve, Kurosaki Ichigo. Souls that have lost a place to return to are saved by sending them down to hell. It saves the soul, apparently. This is kindness, and unbeknownst to them, the benevolent soul reapers have, with their own hands, been sending their comrades down to hell. Ooh. So, maybe even, like, I'm trying to think of all the people. Like, because there's other people. What about Kaien? I mean, he had an immense spiritual pressure. Like, if Sapporo is going down there, anybody captain, even some lieutenants. Like, what about Chojuro or whatever? This is... I didn't expect this from this chapter. Let's see. Is that true, Captain Kyoraku? Have we really? Rukia grabbing at him. I just realized right now that it might have been true. Rukia shocked. Can you not believe it? Okay, so we're jumping between the conversations. So, Shunsui, they weren't actively knowing, and even Sapporo says that this is a kindness. Unbeknownst to them, they have been sending their comrades down to hell. Because their spiritual pressure is too much for the realm. Like, Yamamoto's all this stuff going around, you know? Uketake's right now. The fact that I've appeared in front of you all is decisive proof. Balance has been broken. The tremendous Ryatsu that was keeping the mouth of hell in check. Let's see. What is he saying? The tremendous Ryatsu that was keeping the mouth of hell in check. Aizen Sosuke disappeared. And right after, Yuha Bak vanished. You guys sent tremendous Ryatsu down to hell one after another, allowing the mouth of hell to be forced open from hell's side. The fish. Oh. So, but I'm a little confused. Maybe it'll be explained, but So there was tremendous Ryatsu keeping the mouth of hell in check. But Aizen and Yuha wouldn't have gone down there. I don't think. Potentially Yuha's there. But Aizen's actually alive in Mugen. So he's not down there. So Aizen Sosuke disappeared. This is true. And Yuha Bak disappeared because he vanished. That's true. So are you telling me that super-powered people, like Yamamoto's presence and like the Royal Guard's presence, all these people, Sosuke's, Aizen's presence, all these presences was keeping the mouth of hell in check from this side? I just find the way they're talking about it weird. It makes sense. Okay, we killed like super fucking god level people, put them in hell, and all that Ryatsu just was like, yeah, the mouth of hell can now open from the wrong side. That makes sense. I just don't know why he's talking about Aizen and Yuha vanishing as though that's relevant. So let's see. The founder of Gote, Yamamoto Genryusai, the Blade of Death, Unohana Retsu. And today, what? Okay. Okay, it's making more sense now. It's making a lot more sense. Is that like allowing the mouth, the founder, so Yamamoto was sent down there, Unohana was sent down there, and today Uketake. But he just got stabbed from the back. Oh no, Uketake's going to be back, but he's not going to be him, is he? Aha, you've made an early arrival. Divine vow. Uketake Joshiro. What are you saying? Oh, but look, the blade, it's his blade. Look at the size of it though. Oh no, oh no, oh no. What are you saying? The ritual is still, it's finished. You guys just slaughtered those ghouls from hell. Right in front of Uketake Joshiro. And he's staring. Ichigo's staring, he's shocked. He feels the Soul Reaper badge sitting on his chest. Now I will return. And you guys should think properly. Hell has always been nearby. There's no way you haven't noticed. Haven't you ever wondered why the butterflies that guide Soul Reapers have hell in their name? The butterflies actually come from hell. Hell butterflies. And now the doors have closed. Bleach, new breaths from hell. Howl from the jaws of hell. Arc. And the story unfolds. Oh. There's more Bleach. There's more Bleach. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, there is more Bleach. There's more Bleach. Cheers. I don't know what to say. There's more Bleach. There's a new arc. There's a new arc. Holy shit, there's a new arc of Bleach. Hold on a sec. Sorry, Seven Deadly Sins. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to make a new spot because Volume 74 is not the final volume of Bleach anymore. We get a new arc. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yes. A new arc. This is amazing. This is fantastic. Oh, is the chat not working? Unable to connect. Let's see. Work. Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Apparently it's not connected. I don't know how to fix that. Unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. I don't know how to reset that, guys. I really don't. I'll look that up right quick. I don't know how long it's been disconnected, so I apologize. To reset YouTube chat. How to reset? Click on delete chat to clear the chat. You will receive a confirmation to delete. No, I don't want to do that. You're not be able to join the chat. How to delete chat? Restart YouTube chat. Live chat is turned off by default and shows up. It'll be archived and replay. I don't know what's going on. This is unfortunate. I don't know. It says unable to connect to chat. So how do I? Yeah, I don't know. Weird. Well, wait a minute now. It's working on the. Wait a minute. It is working. But it's not working in YouTube Studio. I can't see it in YouTube Studio. I can only see it on my OBS. Well, that's annoying. That's strange and annoying, but anyway, doesn't matter. Bleach is back. Bleach is back. Bleach is back. Bleach is back. Motherfucking Bleach is back. Look at this beautiful. Look at these beautiful covers. Look at it. Look at this shit. Look at it. Woo! Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. This is back. This is back. This is back. Well, he might be back. We don't know. I mean, this is back. We don't care about her. This is back. We definitely care about him. They're all back. It's back. Victory belongs to those who are patient. And I have not been patient, but I still got this shit. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I'm positively thrilled. And I love the fact that the gates, those are the gates from like the first like arc. Those are the gates from like the first, like the beginning of Bleach. Like that shit's like back in Soul Society area or even before that. I think that was in the Shinigami arc. I think it was like literally in the first arc. I think the gates of hell were opened and like Urahara had help or something like that. So I forget exactly, but anyways, so let's. Okay, guys, I need to. Whew, holy shit! Holy shit! A new arc of Bleach! I'm just so fucking thrilled. This, you guys want excitement? This is excitement. I'm fangirling here. I'm fangirling. I'm actually hurting my hand. I'm crunching it so hard. Ow, that actually hurt. I felt my veins popping. That hurt. That hurt. Stop hurting. Whew. Yes, sirree. I have been waiting for so long. I was reading and watching Bleach when that shit was new. I've been waiting so long for this. I don't know what to say other than this was well worth streaming. This is well worth. Oh, that really did hurt. I popped something there. But yeah, so I I'm going to check the chat now after I go grab another beverage because hour and 30 minutes, I mean, two beer was fair. So I'm going to go grab another beverage. Then we're going to catch up with all the chat. Feel free to spoil the shit out of me now, guys. Tell me what you guys think of everything. I'm just so excited. I'm sorry that I didn't do my usual thing. I pause 10 pages. I move on. I do 10 pages. I move on. I couldn't do it. I couldn't put Bleach down. I've been needing to piss like a racehorse for like half an hour. I wasn't going to stop reading Bleach. I've been waiting half a decade to read Bleach again. I wasn't stopping for bodily functions. Fuck that. So, either way, I will be right back, guys. We'll catch up on all the chat, and then we'll just see what happens after that. Because I'm sure there's a shit ton of conversation going on in in Discords, on Reddits, on Twitters, on everything. I just can't wait to watch everybody else's video on this too. It's going to be so exciting. And I'm glad I wasn't spoiled. I didn't get spoiled on a single thing. Because this would have ruined, had I been spoiled, that would have sucked. It would have sucked monkey fuck. Sucked monkey fuck. But no. It would have sucked Bambina fuck. It would have sucked. But, yeah, alright. So, we're going to be right back. And then we're going to catch up with the chat. And it's going to be a fantastic fucking time. Alright. BRB home slices. Yeah, sorry about how it was a little dark, guys. I just prefer the natural lighting during the day, because the LEDs eventually hurt my eyes and stuff like that. So I try to avoid like the bright white light bearing down on me for as long as possible. But yeah. So, anyways, let's jump into some of this chat. Let's jump in. I'm gonna have to. It's really gonna suck if I can't get that fucking thing reset because I'm not gonna be able to read everybody's comments that were later on because they're not. Are they appearing? No, they never. Wonder if I pop the chat out, will it load and load everything? Yeah, I think I got the whole chat when I popped it out. Wait. I want to go back to older. What the hell? I don't know what's going on with this damn thing. Either way, what I'm going to do, guys, right now is I'm going to do the chat. I know there's only 2 or 3 people left in here, of course, because I really needed to pee, guys. Sorry about that. But, So let's talk with the chat for a second here. So one said, just to clarify the timeline so I don't get lost. Miss said, just being extra cautious. I appreciate that. One said 2 years after the 10-year time skip. Is it 2 years? So 12 years after the war arc. Yeah, it would be. It'd be 2 years after that because it was 10-year time skip. So yeah, okay, so it's 2 years, not 1. I guessed 1, it's 2. That's fine. Russ, 1, 2, 3, 8, 9 is in here. Hello, Russ. Said no. BTW, Burn the Witch is 2 years after 10-year time skip. What does Burn the Witch have to do with any of that? You're mixing Burn the Witch and this new chapter. This also takes place after the time skip. At Russ. Russ says, yes, after the time skip, not 2 years after the time skip. It is 2 years after the time skip, actually, because he's much older now. Yeah, this is definitely after that. Easily. Like, 2 years, no, 1's right. It's 2 years. It's definitely 2 years. Miss said big themes, absolutely. And Rainey said the opening is so weird. I like it. That's Kubo at his finest. Remember that there is an animal realm for dead animals, says one. Ooh. One said, so animals have souls too. Theodore says, Roy here, no need to say sorry. Oh, Roy! That's right, Roy. I call you Roy. My bad. But Roy, yes. Eli is in here. Hello, Eli. Where's the chapter? In TCB Scans Discord. Russ said Cohen wasn't pretending, he was sleeping too. Oh, apparently, yeah, I found that out. Let's see. Roy said, I might start reading Bleach after this. You got to. What beer is for today? Now I want to. Today it's Coors Light. Last week it was Labatt Blue. So, pick your poison. Whatever you like. Rainey said, Kazui's definitely not what I thought he'd be. What did you think he would be like? Russ says, by the way, remember Renji was at Squad 11 training before transferring to a Byakuya squad. Looks like Ichika is following her dad's steps. Seems to be. And I mean, it makes sense if it's Ikaku running a dojo and training people just makes so much sense, especially as the lieutenant of the 11th Division. Rainey said, makes sense. Ikaku's Ichika's teacher since he also taught Renji. That's very true. Eli said, is he reading it? Yes, I am. Rainey said, yes. Does he have a link? Not here because I would get in trouble. Roy said, Bleach seems funny too. Nice. Now I am reading for sure. You should. It's an amazing series. Eli said, please link. I beg. TCB Scans, my friend. TCB Scans. Someone tell him to go to TCB Scans. I know this is probably like an hour ago, but Rainey said, if it takes place 12 years, that means it's been 2 years after chapter 686. Right. It's 2 years after chapter 686. That's when it is. One said, as you can see, Russ, this takes place 12 years after the war. Eli yelling for link. One said, so 2 years after the time skip, just like I said. That's true. Russ said, I haven't read the chapter, so I assumed it was right after last chapter. That's what I assumed as well, but you can tell that he looks a little older, plus apparently Ichika already knows Kazui and stuff like that, right? So, yeah. So it's definitely, I'll go with 2 years. And 12 years. We got the timeline because 12 years. 12 years after the funeral. The funeral would have taken place the year that they defeated Yuha. And then it's 10 years after the defeat of Yuha. 2 years later, they do Yamamoto, Ukitake, and Unohana. Makes total sense. I'm amazed, though. Like, you know what makes... It actually makes sense because Shunsui would know the superstition better than anyone because he's one of the oldest. Unohana and Ukitake and Yamamoto's dead. He's the oldest one. As far as I'm aware, he's the oldest captain right now. And he... Is he? Yep. Yeah, he's the oldest captain. So, if he didn't even know... Like, I was going to say, like, you tell me, like, Aizen or Urahara or Mayuri wouldn't have known that something fishy was going on with that shit. But if it was a superstition as long as Shunsui's been alive, then yeah. So 2 years after this time skip, link to the chapter. I really like Ichigo's redesigned haircut. It looks 100 times better than before. I like it too. I think it looks pretty cool. Eli said, where's the link? One said, so this takes place the same timeline as Burn the Witch. I sent the link. Didn't you see it? It says Rainy. Dragon's Rage Senior says, yo, what's up, Dragon's Rage? One said, yeah, Ichigo is beyond all the captains at this point in the story. Be careful, Kenpachi fanboys will get mad, says Rainy. Yeah. One said they mean captain, not as in power, but as in their position of captain. Yeah, that's true. Dragon's Rage said, can you imagine how much Ichigo gets paid? Because remember, Shin and Megami get paid. Rain says substitutes don't. I mean, maybe not. That could be true. Are we losing connection? Are we losing quality here? Are we losing quality? That would be so sad. That would be so sad if we were losing quality. So yeah, let's see. Haribel is not the queen. She did not take the position because Grimmjow would go after her. I thought she was the queen at the time. I thought she was the queen when the Quincy's invaded. I thought, no. Anyway, yeah, it might be Grimmjow, but Grimmjow's not going to do anything either. Where is the link, said Eli? Where? I don't know. Rain said she is queen. She just doesn't say so in front of him to keep him in check. That's a fair point. Oh, is my internet finally going to start acting up, or is it just a preview? I hope the video's not bad, guys. Once it hired bells, blah, 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 and our own followers, and Grimjow and Nell are going around traveling. Fair enough. One said, yep, he created life. That's true, referring to Mayuri. Rainy said, yeah, in Can't Fear Your Own World, he's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Why? What are you doing? Go up to green. Stay there. Should be better. Is it better? Open widget. Quality is poor. Well, at least we got through the chapter without this fucking problem. But what the hell is going on? What's wrong with you? Kilobyte rating seems to be alright. I could try stop streaming and streaming again, but I don't think that's going to help anything. Open widget. Why is it poor? Why is it poor? It shouldn't be poor. Huh. I don't know how to fix it, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't. Can I fix the kilobyte rating on the stream or something like that? I can't do anything. Ignore stream service recommendation. Maximum video bitrate is 51,000. I don't know if I can fix anything while it's streaming. I don't think I can, so process priority above normal, I can do that. Apply. I can give myself more power, but I don't know. I can't give myself more internet. It's green on OBS, so I don't know what's going on. Anyways, so getting back to it, let's see. Yeah, Nell and Grimjow are traveling. That's right. Yeah, he created life. Can't Fear Your Own World. It was confirmed Urahara was safe, says Rainy. Yes, but I haven't read Can't Fear Your Own World, and I don't necessarily consider it canon yet. Because some shit in there I don't really agree with. And it's not written by Kubo, just Kubo said, yeah, go ahead. So. And once basically said what I just said. Dragon said, I don't think you read the novels. No, I did not. Misconduct. Oh, I think we're back to excellent stream health. That's good. I did not read the novels. No, I did not. Not that if you enjoy the novels, that's fine. Bleach coming back. Bleach is not back in novel form. Bleach is back today with this chapter. Miss said, I think Mayuri actively tries to dress as ridiculously as possible. I think he does that too. He's like the Lady Gaga of the Soul Society, you know? He's like, let's do a little bit of Madonna, a little bit of Cher, a little Powerpuff Girls, and boom! A star is born. Eli said, Link. Rain said, Eli, just search for it. Yeah. Russ said, according to Kubo, every day Mayuri literally spends 2 hours to put his makeup on. I believe that. Miss said, that is absolutely amazing. That is. Rain said, yeah, it's Ikaku. Yeah, Ikaku is the lieutenant. Okay, yeah. See, guys, I didn't do any rereads, and I haven't read Bleach in years. Literal years. So it's been a long time since, like, getting the final chapter, being like, oh, yeah, who's the lieutenant here? Who's that? Who's there? You know, it was very rushed at the time, right? So Ikaku is the lieutenant, yep. Chapter already dropped, yes it did. I don't think it's the official translation, but yeah, it's good enough for me. Where can I read this? Rainy said, no, Love is still alive. We just don't know what happened to him and Hachi, yeah. And where's, is Hiyori dead? Did Hiyori die? Like, where's she at? And Russ said, no, the visors, and what about Matsu, the other one, the bug one? Did they die? Actually, I am sort of curious on that. Did any of those guys actually die? Vizards. Out of the Vizards, known Vizard. Let's see. Shinji, we know where they are. Oh, wait, that's just Rose. Rose, we know, is alive. Okay. Anyway, that's taking forever to load, so fuck it. Anyways, I don't know if any of them are alive. But yeah, apparently Love is alive. We just don't know where he is. I wonder why he didn't become a captain again. No, the Vizes are alive. Remember, Mayuri treated them. Yeah, Rainy said if they did die, that was an unglamorous death. That's true. Russ said like what he did with Hitsugaya in... but Hitsugaya is alive, so it's fine. Miss Condon said, I guess Love is just doing his own thing. I guess so. Russ said, also remember, Ichigo isn't a doctor. He majored in English literature. I thought that he took over the clinic. That was the thing. I thought he took over the clinic from his dad, and he became like a... I know that Uryu became a doctor, for sure, because they refer to him as that in chat, became a boxer, and etc., etc. But I thought Ichigo actually was like a male nurse or something like that, or a like an intern or whatever at his dad's hospital. That's what I thought. Ray said, no, they just gathered at the last chapter. Fair enough. Russ said, Kubo revealed a long time ago that he's not a doctor. Ishin still runs the clinic. Like, as I said, I don't remember that, guys. But, you know, I found it out. But thanks for correcting me. It's still, nonetheless, I appreciate it. Ray said, since that's where their house is. That's true, too. Ishin is alive, says one. We just don't see him. Fair enough. Yeah, because I was checking for that. Russ said, Ishin still runs the clinic. Ichigo doesn't want to be a doctor. Instead, he majored in English literature. Kubo revealed this information in Bleach Jet. I never read or saw or whatever Bleach Jet is. One said, yeah. One said, on the novels, he does appear for what I remember. Russ said, Ishin doesn't appear in the novels. He's on a vacation with Ichigo. Oh, he also went on the vacation. One says, must have remembered wrong then. Russ says, Ichigo with his whole family, Orihime, Rukia, Renji, they went on a vacation. Okay, this is all stuff that, yeah, that I don't really, this is all the blah, blah, blah stuff. That I don't really... And no offense, guys. I just don't really care enough about because I haven't read the novels. So, I mean, if I read the novels. So, I might have missed a few things here, guys. Because the chat stopped working in YouTube Studio. When I pop out the chat, it does work. But it only goes as far as Rainy's. He wasn't stuck in a time loop. His senses were heightened to the point where a second could feel like 100 years. So he died, but he felt it very, 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 very slowly. Like, yeah, but it's the same deal. That's what I was simplifying it by saying time loop. But yeah, he was stuck frozen in time because he was dying every second, and he was feeling every second like it was a million years. So yeah. But sorry about the chat, guys. So if I missed your messages, I'm sorry. It's showing up on OBS, but I can't scroll back on OBS. So, yeah. YouTube Studio just being a bitch today. One said, no, Quincy erased souls, so if he was killed by one, he could not go anywhere. He was killed by Mayuri. There you go. Miss said, Saizel is mentally like a million years old now. That's true. Russ said, Shueisha didn't axe Bleach. Kubo actually ended himself because of his injuries. No. People like to say that. People like to say that. But here is actually what happened. Like, at the end of the day, guys, here is what happened, because it happened to a lot of people, is that Kubo was getting sick because he was working too hard. Instead of getting a break, they basically said, end the series or don't. That's what actually happened. It wasn't that. Kubo didn't go up and say, hey, I need a break, or hey, I don't want to do Bleach anymore. That's not what happened. Anybody who says that what happened, that's not what happened. Until Taite Kubo comes out and tells me verbatim, not this mistranslation bullshit, Kubo has never come out and said, hey, I didn't want to write Bleach anymore, so I rushed the ending. He's never stated that, so until he does, I'm going off the fact that Shueisha, which has done it to mangakas for 4 decades now, they said, you can't have a fucking break. You know, they didn't give Bleach a break. They said, okay, you know, you're feeling bad. He wanted to go on hiatus. He wanted to have a vacation, and Shueisha basically said no. That's basically what happened. So, yeah, that's what I'm going off of. I don't have much more proof than anybody else does for that, but I've seen it happen before to every other mangaka I've ever followed, so I wouldn't be surprised if it happened again. And ever since the Berserk author died, the manga industry has already changed in the past couple of months, ridiculously so, to make sure that that doesn't happen again. So, yeah. Miss said, also apparently there was a filler episode where he and Aranio ended up in hell to tie into the movie. Really? I don't remember that. Russ said, Kubo revealed that it was him who chose to end the series prematurely because he needed to recover from his injuries and special manga chapter. Like, once again, I've never seen that statement. You'd think that would be all over the place if he had ever actually said that. If he had ever actually said, I chose to end the series and rush the ending prematurely because I didn't want to write Bleach anymore. You know, when he says that, when I get an actual official document from Kubo saying that with a good source, then I'll believe it. You guys can't believe how many times I've seen a source, apparently, Oda said this. You know there was something going around for like 10 years about One Piece, claimed, confirmed by Oda, and it turned out to never have happened. Somebody wrote it, put it on a newsletter site, said translated from so-and-so magazine, and nobody contradicted it for like a decade. Like, seriously. So, I'm not actually buying almost anything anybody says. Realistically on the internet. Like, it's very difficult. At this point, I'm just saying that I don't believe that Kubo rushed Bleach because he wanted to. Russ said Kubo wrote the script for Hellverse, but it wasn't used, so it looks like we got Hellverse redone. I guess so. I guess this is the Hellverse stuff. Miss said, we were talking about how Hell got introduced, but then was never important, and right after the stream, this chapter came out. I know, right? Hilarious. One said, Squad Zero is alive. They are? That's, yeah. Russ said, no, the whole Zero Division is alive. Was revealed in it. Once again, guys, I'm not taking novels. Novels don't count. Sorry. So, like, you can treat the novels as canon. I can treat those novels about as canon as Disney treats Star Wars novels as canon, okay? That's what we're going to go off. I don't have any hate for the novels, but I got no love for them either. They weren't written by Kubo himself, so I'm not counting any of it as canon. If something in the... Like, apparently there's a new arc starting. If next chapter they say, yeah, the 8th Kenpachi, which is... everybody's talking about the 8th Kenpachi, I guess, or the first one, or whatever it was. The 8th is this OP person. If he comes out and says, yeah, no, that didn't happen, are you going to believe Kubo or are you going to believe the novels? Kubo can retcon the shit out of those novels at a moment's notice, and it's not retconning because the novels aren't canon. So, that's what I'm going off of right now. So maybe the Zero Division is alive, but as far as... I've got every piece of canon information behind me, and Ichibei is the only one alive. Confirmed as far as I know. Technically, Yoruichi isn't confirmed to be alive. So... one said Ichibei revived all of them. I mean, maybe that is what happened. I'm not saying that 90% of what happened in the novels is canon and Kubo's going to go, oh yeah, all that shit happened, but I'm writing something else. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that, like, I'm not going to... Somebody comes to me and says, this person has this Bankai. Well, if Kubo didn't decide that that's the Bankai, then no, you know? One said they can't die as long as their floating cities are well and Ichibei are alive to revive them. Sure. Rainy said they are only sent to hell if the ritual is done. Meaning Gin wouldn't have been sent to hell. Oh, that's true too. That's true too. Yeah. Dragon just said Yamamoto and Yuwa just chilling, drinking beer, imagine. Ruth said Kubo already has a wife. This is so sad. So do I, but I'm just saying, like, hell. One said Yuha is alive. He is the new Soul King. He is sealed off. Once again, if that's some novel bullshit, no, because I'm taking... Where is it? I'm taking this page. Right? Where is it? And the last of that is why people have a special name for it. I'm taking... The remnant of Yuha's power vanishing on the last chapter. That's what I'm saying. The last of his power is gone. Yuha's gone. That's what I'm taking. So yeah. Russ said Yahya and kills as said in the novel. I'm not counting the novels anymore. I'm not going to talk about the novels, guys. If you guys love the novels, great, but I'm not taking it as canon until it's... If it's put into a manga chapter, then sure, but not until... Rainey said, no, Griever, they are only sent to hell if the ritual is done. Yeah, fair enough. That's true. That only applies to captains. Only says Zipporah and Arano were sent to hell because of their sins in their past life. Well, then technically, Gin could have been sent to hell. You don't know. Technically, Gin could be sent to hell then. He had sins. Right? Like, I mean, who's deciding that shit? If Salapora went down to hell without a ritual, then... I would argue that Gin could have been sent. Or Tozen. Like, it depends on their definition of good and evil and what sent it to hell. Like, I don't know. Russ said, I imagine Kuriyasa drinking beer with Yamamoto right now. Maybe Rainey said, we need better translation to understand what Salaporo said. I think so. One said, basically the power of people like Aizen acted like a lock to the gates of hell, maintaining it closed. That seems odd, but now that so strong people are in death where they're sent to hell, now the balance on the side of hell is worse. I mean, I could see that. But that's also saying that, like, I mean, it does confirm that Yamamoto is such a fucking beast. But that's implying that the gates of hell were only held closed because of super powerful spiritual pressure. And I'm not against that, but if that's the case, you're telling me that right now Ichigo, literally living in the world of the living, isn't got leaps and bounds of spiritual pressure to at least help it along? Like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they say. Russ said, excellent. Basically, because they keep on sending people with great reactions like Yama, Unohana, Ukitaka, they need equal reactions to be outside of the hell to keep it closed. Fair enough, and I would argue that, yeah, like Shunsui could balance out Ukitake. Kenpachi can balance out Unohana. Who's really there to balance out Yamamoto? I mean, so Aizen is not around, and Ichigo, though powerful, is not Yama's level of spiritual pressure, I would argue. But then again, you could argue that, like, Ishin and fucking some of the other captains, like, you could argue that they're, like, Urahara and Yoruichi's spiritual pressure should be enough, too. I don't know. We'll have to, I mean, I'm not bitching about the chapter, guys. I'm just saying, like, okay, I think we need a better wording to explain it. If regular people would have been sent to hell, then Aizen and Yuha's disappearance wouldn't have mattered because as powerful people sent, it became unbalanced. I mean, fair enough. Miss said, oh yeah, they announced 3 more chapters are coming. Yes, 3 more chapters of Bleach. I'm all for it. At this point, they're going to have to be long-ass chapters like this one, and I'm all for it. It's a new arc. Apparently, there's a new arc. Like, I don't care if it's only a 4-chapter arc. It's a fucking arc. And if they're all 70-odd pages, that would make it, like, almost 4 chapters an arc. So if 3 chapters are all as long as this one, technically speaking, that's about a 20-chapter arc. That would make sense. One said, apparently Aizen and his family are connected to hell and we might finally get his damn Bankai. Interesting. One said, yep, hell arc. Miss said, this is strange and enjoyable feeling. It is such a great feeling. One said, also love how Ichigo did not receive a crash during that whole thing and how casually he would break the chains of hell and kill monsters on a single swing. Russ said 3 more chapters specifically dedicated to Aizen's backstory, so potentially there could be more than 3 chapters. Are they dedicated to Aizen only? I mean, I don't know where you're getting your information, Russ. Miss Content said, well, shit, now I can't complain about hell seemingly existing for no reason. Apparently you can't. One said hell was actually canon since like chapter 20 of the manga. I forget what chapter it was, but it was early on. During said, guys, we saw the gates of hell early in the series in the very first arc, and they look the same. I love it. Not only Bleach anime is coming back, said Russ, but Bleach manga is coming back. Kubo playing 10D chess. I agree completely. One said Bleach anime PV trailer coming soon. 3 new Bleach ever been confirmed. In addition to this one, still unclear if there are 3 more chapters or if there are 3 of many chapters. Exactly. We could have Bleach. It said arc. It said arc. An arc isn't 3 chapters. Even Kubo knows better than that. Let's go. This ain't Toriko level of arcs. We're doing this. Miss said, we all knew hell exists. It's just that its introduction seemed to have no purpose until now and in the canon. That's right. Man, I really did hurt my hand. The gates first appeared to take a hollow that Ichigo defeated, said one. That's it. Russ said, what do you mean hell didn't even have a purpose? It was stated already that the sinners did the most awful crimes, came to hell. That's true. Miss said it had no purpose within the story. It was never relevant after we've shown it exists. That's true. It didn't have much purpose in the story. Basically, it served the purpose of why are there no awful people in the outskirts of Soul Society. Basically. Sort of. But Miss isn't wrong. It was not really relevant. Russ said, why in Rakongan there weren't awful people? I'm really excited for full-on detailed Aizen backstory. Me too. Miss MC Dude is in here and says, yeet! Russ, what's up, MC Dude? Russ says, to be fair, I didn't read this new chapter. Oh, I only read it now with you? Oh, well, there you go. One said, Kazui is OP. He can open portals, and from the last chapter of the manga, he either has insane Shunpo or teleportation. I mean, he's the son of Ichigo. I mean, gotta have some cred there. Russ said, it looks like this chapter in Burn the Witch takes place at around the same time. Yeah, I think so. Miss said Kenpachi would be about that old too, but he wouldn't know that stuff. Kenpachi's not as old as Shunsui. No fucking way is Kenpachi as old as Shunsui. One said, technically, Ichibei is the oldest captain of the whole Soul Society. True. Ichibei is older than Soul Society and the human world. Yes, but the oldest captain of the Gotei, the oldest living person in Soul Society right now is, I would argue, is probably Shunsui. One said, yeah, he from the time of the Soul King, the OG, and heads of the royal families. Rest said he's at least million, billion, trillion years old, at least. Yeah, probably. He's old as fuck, says one. Can't Free Your Own World is fully canon. Not to me, but you go ahead. Let's see. One said Kubo actually played a heavy part in the novel, so they are considered canon. Actually, you consider them canon all you want. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is none of the facts that you guys have stated from the novels technically count if Kubo's writing a new arc right now, because Kubo could flip fucking anything from the novels he wants in the next chapter. And it's not retconning. It's just, it never happened. So, that's all I'm saying. I don't put faith in the novels until Kubo says it, you know? That's all I'm saying. Kubo and Narita are also friends. Who's Narita? I don't know who that is. One said, yep. One said, Hiyori is on the Lovong world, or on the last chapter Kazui was visiting her. Luvong world, what's that? I thought it was an English teacher. I don't know. Russ said he wasn't frozen in time. He was just perceiving it very slowly. Yeah. In Camp for Your Own World, don't care. Let's see. One said, also from what I remember, the assistants of something Kubo hated him or something like that. We gave Kubo more problems. I can believe that. Russ said, rumors that aren't true. One said, you can treat them as non-canon, but that would not stop them from being canon. I'm just saying the manga's canon. That's all I'm saying. You know, like the Dragon Ball Z movies aren't canon. Disney all of decided that Legend, the expanded universe of Star Wars, isn't canon. That's all I'm trying to say. You guys want them in canon? They're canon. I say that none of the information is... What I'm trying to say is none of the information in Camp for Your Own World is relevant to this new chapter, as far as I'm concerned. If you guys think that's wrong, that's fine. Novels pick up stuff. Novels, not listening to that. Miss said, looking forward to the inevitable demon zombie version of Uketake, Unohana, and Yamamoto. And look at the size of that bitch. His sword was massive. One said, at least it seems they retained their memories, and Uketake was kind of helping by taking Saizo back down to hell. Yeah, because if Saizoporo had his memories, I would argue Yamamoto, Unohana, they all have their memories too, because they don't need to be willing. Like, they might not be willing combatants at this point. Miss said it was probably because so many strong people died in such a short span of time. Yeah, that's probably more likely because, I mean, and Yuha was just fucking with the worlds and realms and stuff, so there was stuff. One said, more like send one after another, then on top of that, they don't have a counterbalance. Russ said, read Camp for Your Own World in the credits, blah, 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 blah. So, sure. As it said, Russ, I don't care about the novels. I just don't. I do not care. Sorry to say. I don't mean to be rude. I'm just saying I don't care. Like, it's like reading the light novels of anything. It's like, I'm good with the light novels, but, like, at the end of the day, let's see. From this to this is canon. Okay? This is Bleach. It's exactly 74 volumes. This is what's canon. Not the filler arcs, not the movies. This is what's canon. This is what Bleach is. From start to finish is volume 1 to volume 74. Anything not in these volumes doesn't count, except for this chapter. This new chapter is the only thing in addition to this that, as far as I'm concerned, counts. It does not mean that Camp for Your Own World is bad. I have heard a lot of great things about Camp for Your Own World. And maybe one day I will end up picking up and finally, like, getting around to reading them or whatever. But at the end of the day, That's Bleach. Everything else is sort of, like after the fact. It's like reading an old Star Wars novel that happened between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. I like the glove of Darth Vader. It didn't happen, but it was a good story. Just because something's good doesn't mean that it's official or whatever. Or just because George Lucas signs it off, or Kubo signs it off, or Oda signs it off. I mean, Oda signed off the movies, but the movies didn't fucking happen. You know what I mean? Broly didn't become canon until fucking 2 years ago. Is when Broly actually became canon. He was in a movie in the 90s. It was still a good movie, and it was still fun, and it was still Dragon Ball Z, but GT isn't canon, for example. Like, Toriyama designed Super Saiyan 4, but GT isn't canon. Just because he said, go ahead, write GT, then he retconned the whole shit by writing Super. So what I'm saying is that potentially Kubo right now could go, yeah, I gave the green light a few years ago for Can't Fear Your Own World, but at the same time, I could just sit back and now that he's starting this new arc, he can go, yeah, okay, I'm going to change this, and this from the novels. It might happen. That's all I'm saying. That's why I'm not holding my breath. That's why I'm taking any of the Can't Fear Your Own World information with a grain of salt, because potentially Kubo can change it on a whim if it suits his new arc right now. He can change it. He can change the history. He can say the 8th Kenpachi was the weakest one of them all, and it's going to become the new canon, is my point. So it's not that I'm saying they're not canon. I should rephrase. It's not that they're not canon right now, but I think there's an asterisk on canon right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be rude, and I'm not trying to hate on what you guys love. What I'm saying is that right now, Kubo can decide tomorrow to change anything from those novels in the next chapter. And the next chapter's right, the novels become wrong. So it's tentatively canon for now. Might change. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, so... but yeah, let's see. People still talking about the novels. A Q&A with Kubo, apparently he confirmed it or some shit. I mean, once again, if Kubo wants to... Remember, you also don't badmouth the people. You guys are going to find this the fun thing. And maybe I am wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Okay, I'll tell you about this. Since since you guys won't stop talking about it until I fucking acknowledge it. Okay. There's a Q&A at the end of these fucking novels. Kubo fucking said, I ended Bleach. But if he wanted to get back in, you don't burn your bridges either. Going into an interview, when you're trying to bring Bleach back to the forefront, you have your Burn the Witch thing, then you get your season, then you're bringing Bleach back the final season, then you get a new chapter of Bleach for the 20th anniversary. The last thing Kubo would admit in an official printed interview is that, yeah, Shueisha were dicks and wouldn't give me a break. Really? Or would he spin it to say, like, once again, that might be conspiracy, but blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there we go. So, yes, I read it. Fine, dandy. Kubo admitted, I'm wrong, you guys are right, whatever. I don't buy it. Okay? It's like Mark Hamill also went on to say he hates The Last Jedi and everything Rian Johnson did with Luke Skywalker. He had to retract that statement. Because people were upset. The production companies, the big multi-billion-dollar industries, basically told him to rescind his statements. So, and apologize. So, I'm just going off that's probably what happened with the Q&A. I'm just not buying it. Sorry, guys, I'm not buying it. There was so much leading up to that. Remember, I was around during this time. I was around during the Soul Society arc, reading this on a week-to-week basis. You could see the immediate change. You could see it immediately change. And how it all happened. Everybody was speculating, and no word from anybody. No word from Kubo for years on this. Other than little digs at Shueisha. Now all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, we're bringing it back. You don't burn your bridges, right? Had he had gone on an interview and said, yeah, Shueisha are tyrants to work for, you think we'd get this chapter? There you go. So he was more concerned, that's all I'm saying. Maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist. I don't know. Sounds conspiracy theorist to me. But yeah, so there you go, guys. I read it. I read your comments. Yes, Kubo said that he's at fault. He ended Bleach. He sucks at writing and ending, whatever he said. Fine, dandy. So let's see. Roy is back in here, and excellent timing. The stream's not working. Let's see. Everybody's still talking about the Q&A. The 8th Kenpachi was physically weak. Is that a fact? It's just his sword abilities were broken. Oh, okay. So he had like a stupid Shikai or Bankai like Aizen or something. Roy is back and said, what happened to the books from behind? Last time they were in order in line, I went crazy. But I'll fix it. Oh, fuck off. There we go. I'll fix it. Just so we have consistency between cuts. Of course. God damn it. That's 2018. 18, so those go there. These are the 20s right here, so these would go 21, 22, 23, 25. We're all right there. 26, 46 goes right here along with these guys. There we go. Problem solved, ladies and gentlemen. Problem solved. Let's see. Russ, I wasn't talking about this happens in that novel or that. Yeah, we covered that with the Q&A stuff. Yeah. So apparently Kubo, went out of his way to say, yep, 5 years later, he says, oh yeah, totally. I believe it. Yeah, sure. One said, as far as I remember, the 8th came... Oh, already read that. Roy said, I got my beer too. Smiley face, cheers. Cheers, mate. Russ said, Kubo never made any digs at Shueisha. They shouldn't rush this mountain man. Yeah. There was no dig. Never mind. Yeah, that wasn't a dig or anything. The last chapter, boy oh boy, rushing this mountain man, blah blah blah. There was no dig. And I love how they changed that translation so harshly in the Viz. Let's see. I'm not trying to be a dick, guys. I just don't buy it. I don't. Like, I've already given examples. Arnold Schwarzenegger and James Cameron have also retconned their statements in the past. Mark Hamill just did it with The Last Jedi a few years back. I mean, you don't burn your bridges. So when someone finally asks you point blank, like, why did you end Bleach, or why was it rushed, or why this, when you have an opportunity or a plan to one day go back and make more money or bring back more Bleach content, the last thing you do is say, yeah, fuck that company. You don't ever print that. So, like, even if he says it, I'm almost not buying it. Kubo never made digs at Shueisha from Russ. Don't know about you, but I was around. Roy said, I like the lion, kind of off topic, sorry, but I really do like him. Oh, you like Kanigas? That's my boy. That's Kanigas. That's my guardian. watching over me like a boss. Russ has message retracted. Russ said, except that in live stream of Bleach, returning the official spokesperson for Shueisha said Shueisha waited for Kubo to heal and returned to making manga for what they were on good terms. Okay. At the end of the day, here's the final word on this. You are taking everything that they are all saying in official writing as honest. I've worked for the federal government all of 5 minutes and see the dishonesty going on. What sports franchises, media, and everything say in front of a camera and what the truth is, two very different things. That's all I'm saying. I don't believe that Kubo couldn't have said, I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I just don't. He had a plan. He had a setup. You can see it in the pages. Apparently, if they were on good terms, he could have said, like, hey, I need a 6-month hiatus. Jesus Christ, they've given Togashi fucking how many years now? If he comes back with a 100x100 chapter, everyone's just going to accept it. So, like, you telling me that Kubo couldn't have done the same thing? You know, so I don't really buy it. I don't buy that Kubo decided to end Bleach that quickly and poorly because of his health when, if there was any possibility, he could just go on a hiatus. You know? He's writing now. I mean, it's years later, but he's writing now. He's starting a new arc. You know? So, I don't know. I just don't see it. You know, this isn't a guy who couldn't draw, couldn't write, was not interested anymore, and then gave it up and hasn't drawn manga since. He makes a new manga called Burn the Witch, and it's in the Bleach universe. Then he goes on and now writes us a 73-page chapter. Like, I just don't buy it. Russ says, except that he planned Can't Fear Your Own World 1 year in advance and Shueisha allowed him. So he planned. Yeah. You see what the problem with that is, though? He planned Can't Fear Your Own World 1 year in advance, and you think the guy who planned something over a year in advance to give you guys that you're all loving, that you all the canon and blah blah blah, these novels, you guys love them, right? He planned that 1 year in advance. He planned a lot of Bleach. Now you're trying to convince me that the guy who did all this rushed the shit out of the ending of 15 years of storytelling. 2 years later decides to give a year in advance for Can't Fear Your Own World? You see how it's not adding up? Like, you can't have it both ways. You can't say the guy was dedicated, hard worker, and planned everything, rushed the official ending and official arc with no other reason other than he was tired or he was injured, but then he planned everything else for the next 5 years. So he didn't lose passion for the series because he's writing it again. He was still involved, according to you guys, very, very heavily with the series. And decided to focus on a light novel series instead of give the manga the proper dedication. Like, it's not adding up for me, guys. You might be right, but it sounds like the only way I can describe it is that Kubo lost all will and passion for anything to do with Bleach and manga for about 1 year. And then he jumped back on it for the last 4. That seems way too... That's not consistent. That doesn't make sense. So, I just don't know. You know, if you guys are right, let's say he didn't ask for an extension. Let's say he didn't ask for a hiatus. Let's say he didn't ask for all these things. And his reasoning was that he was, you know, injured or whatever, or he was sick and whatever. And it's like, well, I could see, like if I was writing Bleach, or if anybody of us were writing Bleach, I would see it as, okay, I'm very, very sick right now. I need a goddamn break, right? I need a break. So I'm going to have a break. And then later on, after I'm going to take a hiatus. And when I feel better, I'll come right back to it. He was passionate and serious and has integrity about his product. I just don't buy it. I'm sorry. I just don't. Let's see. Russ said, Togashi allowed this schedule because of the success of his previous work. Bleach was more successful than Yu Yu Hakusho, though. So, Kubo actually works with similar schedule on Burn the Witch because of Bleach's success. He's now allowed similar things as Togashi. Yeah, but you can't convince me, we're going in circles here. We're going in circles. MC Dude said, I think it's just a product of the times. I'm guessing the Shonen Jump execs were much less flexible for giving for their talent in the past. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that regardless what Kubo said years later, where guess what? He's now working and getting paid by them again, is that he was worked to the bone, and had he asked for a hiatus, maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but maybe there's also the third option, maybe he thought that he wouldn't, if he asked for it, they wouldn't give it to him anyway. And maybe the man had some pride and said, it's possible. That's all I'm saying. Don't forget Togashi burned out and rushed Yu Yu Hakusho to the end as well. Exactly. And he shouldn't have. And as you said, that's a product of the times, and it was wrong. It was wrong then. What I'm saying is that I don't believe what is happening right now. I don't believe that Kubo decided, I am going to spend 3 more months, I'm going to rush the shit out of this while I'm unhealthy and unfit. I'm going to rush a product I love for the last 3 months. Instead of asking for a break, I'm going to rush the shit out of the last 10 chapters, and then I'm not going to, I don't believe it. I don't buy it. I just don't. So, I agree with you, MC Dude. They were getting burnt out, but I'm still blaming, I don't believe any mangaka has 100% of the decision to say, I need 5 months off. Give it to me, and when I come back, I'll do Bleach chapter 687. I believe if it was that simple, if Shueisha and Shonen Jump had nothing to influence on that decision, I don't believe that Kubo wouldn't have done that. Just doesn't seem like it to me. You guys can call me a conspiracy theorist, and I'll say sure. But that's just how I believe it. Russ said, Yu Yu Hakusho allowed Togashi to have hiatus x hiatus. True. Same for Kubo. Bleach allowed Kubo to have Burn the Witch seasonal. Yeah, but we're not talking about Burn the Witch now. We're talking about the success of a story. Never mind. MC Dude said, yeah, I think Kubo, Togashi, etc. shone spotlight on the treatment of mangaka that allowed for reform. I think so too. Togashi, once again, I might not be a huge fan of Hunter x Hunter, but I think Togashi was worked to the bone, and he shouldn't have been. I think Geige, whatever, the Jujutsu Kaisen, he's been worked to the bone. He was forced to take a vacation because I think there is a reform going on in the last 5-6 years, and I think it did start with things like Kishimoto, like Naruto, technically being pretty rushed. I would argue that's a rushed ending. You had Naruto, Toriko, Beelzebub, you can't convince me that all these mangaka just give up, guys. Medica Box, all these things that came out of Shonen Jump all have rushed endings. The higher ups cancel them. You guys might not think it's true, but it's the case. I've been reading manga for 20 years. I've seen it happen every time. Shonen battle mangas are axed. It's not because a mangaka doesn't want to keep going. That's just the end of it, you know? That's just the truth. As I said, Beelzebub, Medica Box, Toriko, Naruto, Bleach. How many more do I got to keep going? How many more until you guys believe it? Believe it! And MC Dude's absolutely right. I think that with this happening and more people reading manga, I think the reform, especially with, what's his name? Miyazaki or whatever? The Berserk author. I always forget his name. With his death, things have really been whoa, you know. That really shook a lot of people. And they were like, mangakas are overworked way too hard. This is ridiculous, you know. So I agree 100% with what MC Dude said, is that it started around that time with Togashi and Kubo, and now, and Berserk, and around that time, and now up to this point, we're starting to see that they can't do this anymore, you know? One said, it's not that he wanted to stop making manga, he said he wanted to rest. Sure, like he said, he was burned out. On the novels, he got his friend to write it while being heavily informed on it, making the lore. The friend just basically wrote, Kubo told him to write, lore, Bankai powers, etc. Yeah, he wanted to rest. And what I'm saying is that Kubo, what I'm saying is that somebody didn't ask him for a break. You know, that's all I'm saying. I just don't believe that Kubo had the opportunity, that Shueisha came to him and said, oh, no, don't rush the series, don't cancel anything, trust me, why don't you take the season off? Why don't you take 3 months and decide what you want to do next? They didn't do that. You believe they did? Sure, I don't. Nobody went and said, Kubo, you're working too hard, man, don't worry about it, take half a year. Then come back and keep writing this stellar thing that's making us millions. You know. Nobody did that. So yeah, it's not that he wanted to give up. He was burnt out. I believe entirely he was sick and burnt out. What I'm saying is that he could have went on hiatus and he was forced to rush. I still believe that. So Russ said, okay, if Shueisha acts Bleach, how did it return with even more chapters to come? Because it's one of the most popular things ever, and everybody was pissed off it was canceled in the first place. What are you talking about? Things return all the time. Shaman King got axed, came back 5 years later. Bleach got axed, and lo and behold, came back 5 years later. You know, what are you talking about? That, of course. They axe every series. The executives make that decision. The mangakas don't get to go, you know what, guys? I'm finishing, I got 20 more chapters to go. They don't tell the execs that. The execs say, no, you have 10 chapters. Make it work. The mangakas aren't the boss. It just doesn't work that way. Russ says, truly Axe series never return with more chapters. I don't know what to tell you, Russ. You and I are, right now, we're on a black and white with no gray in between right now. Truly Axe series never return with more chapters. Shaman King. Enough said. Literally axed. The manga said it was axed. Gave us a bullshit dream chapter, and we waited 5.5 years for the real ending. It was axed. It returned. And now it has a new anime. I don't know what to tell you. What do you mean truly axed series never returned? Look at Netflix. TV shows alone. How many things? Lucifer was dropped by Fox. Netflix goes, we'll take some of that. Thank you very much. Firefly was canceled. Let's make a movie called Serenity. What do you mean that they never return? Of course they return. Maybe in different formats, bigger budgets, but they always... Yes, they do. Truly Axe series never return. Are you crazy? Of course they do. One said, on this I am not sure, but I think he did ask for a break, but was not given one, which is why he was so tired and got rushed. That's what I believe. I'm not saying that he didn't decide to rush it instead of canceling it or whatever. I'm not saying that Kubo didn't decide to do that. What I'm saying is he did ask for a break. They weren't willing to give him a big enough one. So he said, fuck it, I'll just power through and then I'm going to have my break because I can't do this. I believe that was the case. That sounds like a corporate decision to me. Amsterdam said, I think you're right, Griever. Thank you, Amsterdam. Says, seems like they got put up against a wall, forced to decide whether to rush to the end or suffer for their art. That's what I'm saying, MC Dude. You put the words right in my mouth. One said, that's basically what happened and why Bleach got rushed. So he used the next best option at the time, which was make the novel so he could take a break while still making Bleach stuff. Exactly. I don't believe Kubo ever wanted to rush the ending of Bleach. That was forced upon him. You ain't going to convince me otherwise. Random, Koji's in here saying, watching the live but not talking, by the way, trying to cook something up. Cool. One said, yeah, I do think he asked for one but was denied because of how much money he was making. Bleach was one of the top sellers. Yes, it was. So, and he asked for a break and they weren't willing to give it to him because they're greedy fucking executives. It's every company ever, guys. Every big name company does this. Russ said Netflix isn't Shueisha. That's what you got out of that. Shaman King. I gave you a manga example. A battle shonen manga example. So that didn't happen? What? Inuyasha the anime was canceled. Oh, can we not talk anime? We can't talk Netflix because Netflix and Shueisha aren't the same. Two big corporations in the business of making money. No similarities. So let's go anime. Are we allowed to compare anime cancellations to manga? Because revival seasons happen. You know, reboots. We just got... Bleach was canceled. Bleach was canceled. Bleach the anime was canceled. It's literally what we're talking about. Bleach. Bleach was canceled. And now it's back. Fucking years later. That wasn't an Act series? You telling me that Bleach, the Thousand Year Blood War arc, was always going to be animated? Because I didn't hear about that. I certainly didn't know about that. As a big Bleach fan, I did not know about that. I don't mean to sound like a dick, but come on, man. I've given you a manga example, a TV show example, a movie example, and an anime example at this point. Inuyasha. Inuyasha is another one. 167 episodes. Canceled. Over a decade before we got the final season animated. So they just took a long time to draw 26 episodes? Is that what you're saying? Like, I don't get it, man. Like, I gave you an example of every form of media I can think of outside of painting. Let's see. One said, which left him no options but to rush the story. Yeah. After that, he basically jumped on the novels, which, once again, no hate on the novels, guys. I'm just tentative about treating them as canon yet. Which he made to fill the blanks in on stuff that was rushed, which I have heard, because I've heard people have brought shit to me all the time saying, hey, we know more about the Soul King. Hey, we know about Yuha. Hey, Urahara and Yoruichi are alive. Hey. And I'm like, this is all great news. This is all great news. As I said, not super psyched about getting it in a novel format, but if this is the truth, hell yeah. I'm glad that Kubo was trying to clear things up in a form that he was allowed to, you know? Which he made to fill in the blanks that was rushed, and then he negotiated a new deal which got us Burn the Witch. Exactly, but how many years did that take? Bleach was still axed. It took him 5 years to get Burn the Witch out, and then now, 20th anniversary comes around, he's like, hey, yeah, and maybe he had a better lawyer this time to say, hey, you guys remember how much money you made off of my client? You know, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. None of us do. We're all just assuming realistically. We're taking the face value of huge corporations and people with calling cards in front of the monitor so they can say the interview properly. We're taking the word of the media at the front, and then we're not assuming that any talk happens behind closed doors. And that's ridiculous. And one says, and now he got the Bleach Hell arc. Exactly, but it took him 5 years to come back. Like, all of a sudden he wants to draw Bleach again? No, I think, as you guys said, if he's been so involved with the novels and stuff, he never lost a passion for Bleach. And you're telling me a guy who wrote Passion, give us 74 volumes of such a great series for 15 years, decided, fuck it, at the very end? Come on. MC Dude said, yeah, these series and authors coming back reeks of Shonen Jump trying to win back some goodwill and distance himself with the association to overworking people. Thank you, MC. Like, I'm going on paragraphs and tangents, and you're bringing it up in like one simple fucking sentence. I mean, rants and tangents into simple, constructive, that's exactly what it is. All these things coming back. Look, Bleach comes back. Shaman King comes back. Inuyasha comes back. We get a new movie. Jujutsu Kaisen gets an adaptation. Bleach coming back. In a chapter format. What's the other thing? What's the other big thing that happened? 2020 was basically the big announcement for, all that shit you guys love? We're bringing it all back. Like, that's literally what happened. It was basically like one nostalgia fucking, here's a new Dragon Ball Z movie. Here's a new Shaman King. Here's a new Bleach. Here's a new this. Hey, you want some Naruto? Take some Naruto. You want some One Piece? Take some One Piece. Like, they were throwing everything at the wall that would stick that ever made them a dime. I'm not upset by it because I get to now enjoy Bleach again. I get to enjoy Shaman King again. But what I'm saying is, So one said that's basically what is happening. Right. Okay, so we're starting to get to some common ground, guys. We're starting to get to some common ground. We all agree that Shueisha does overwork their people. They always have. And in this climate of today, one of the good things to come out of this climate is that people aren't willing to accept it anymore, and they want to save face. So they realize their industry is overworking their people, and they do need to fix that problem. And bringing back favorites like Kubo and saying, we're bringing Bleach back, guys. Who's gonna think about Shonen Jump being evil when they just gave us a new Bleach chapter? That they're not stupid. But yeah. Russ said, so basically I should believe conspiracy theorists rather than the words coming from actual people in the business. I think you should take everything said in front of a microphone with a grain of salt. That's all I was saying. In the same way that I'm saying that, like, Russ, at the end of the day, if you don't believe that Shueisha is corrupt and they don't overwork the manga industry, then I send you to Exhibit A, the Berserk author. Dead from overwork. I don't got anything more than that. Exhibit A. MC Dude said, people in the business have been complaining about their work conditions forever. What? Yeah, it's not just manga either. No, like guys, Japan, their work ethic is stupid. It's stupid. They work 6 days a week, not 5, and they work longer hours. They work like literally a day plus longer every day than we do in the West. And I've come home, I work in the trades. I've come home after a really long day. It's only 7 hours long, but it feels long to me because I was working for 7 straight hours, and I'm fucking hot, exhausted, and I want to fucking eat supper, to have a beer, and go to bed. I'm only 30. Just imagine what these guys are going through. I couldn't do it. Like their conditions are stupid. There's even a manga. There's an Ichi manga that I read. And it's about a mangaka who finally makes big, gets serialization, and is so fucking drained and exhausted. He gets so depressed because he gets the serialization. He barely gets any time to himself. He's completely drained. And then about, I think it was 6 months into the serialization, even though the sales were doing good, it got canceled anyways. They want to move on to the next stage. And he's just sort of like, wait, what? Like, it's dropped at a hat. They're like, yeah, we're going to give you 5 more chapters, finish off the series, and we'll call you with the next one. Keep sending us one shot. So he does all this work, works to the bone. The idea is that he doesn't even get a chance to like feel some titties, like, because it's an Ichi manga, right? He does all this work, all this time, hires assistants that he can't pay, and just out of the goodness of their heart, works himself to the bone, and then in the end of the day, they're just like, oh, well, thanks, but just send us the next one. Like, he never got a break, and in the end, he ends up deciding maybe he wants to quit being a mangaka. It's a very serious series, Like it's meant for Ichi and fun and stuff like that, but it's a serious series in that regard. They play it off for comedy and laughs and sex and all that shit. But they definitely show like how hard it is for a mangaka in his shitty 1-bedroom apartment, working day and night, and all the industry does is, thanks, send us the next one. Well. Russ said, coming from a dude who says, I'm a dude? I'm a dude. Novels aren't canon even though Kubo confirmed them as canon. No, I said tentative canon. Canon with an asterisk. Because tomorrow it could change. That's all I'm trying to say. You want them canon, they're canon. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. But I'm not, until I see it on page, I'm not taking it. That's all. It's not convincing to believe you rather than Kubo or on who acts the series. Fine, Danny. I didn't say you had to believe me. I didn't say. And I actually called myself. I attacked myself. I gave you ammo. I called myself a conspiracy theorist. I did. I said, maybe I'm being a conspiracy theorist right now. Maybe I am. Whatever. But it's what I choose to believe because it's not adding up in my brain. And I've seen it. I'm 30 years old. I have seen so many actors. I've seen every form of media say one thing. Athletes. I'm a big sports fan. Athletes will always say one thing in front of the camera. It's totally different. Sorry. Like, if you believe everything that's printed in a big happy news article, you know, I don't know. Like, not everything. If it's not lighthearted, there's always a, like, how many interviews did, like, Dr. Phil and Oprah Winfrey do where the people were lying? You know, like, I don't know. Just, I don't know. I don't really buy it. If you buy it, great. So, Russ, if you firmly, like, the novels are canon. If Cooper said they're canon, whatever, guess they're canon. I'm probably not going to read them or take them because there is some stuff in there that I don't really like. But, yeah, that's not really something I really disagree on. I just personally, for my own personal enjoyment, treat 1 to 74 is my canon. Movies, books, and fucking comics and everything else and video games don't count. 1 to 74 does. That's the way I look at it. You don't need to look at it that way. It's fine. But as far as what were you saying about believing Kubo or not? I mean, you can choose to believe what was printed in black and white. You know, I just not really buying it. It's okay if you don't, you know. I'm not a credible source. Like seriously, I'm not a credible source. So I'm not saying you got to believe me. Koji said, okay, ended up making a mega bowl of rice. Ooh, delicious. So basically what we're talking about is how Bleach got and why canceled, right? If so, could I give my opinion on it? Absolutely. One said, he never lost it. He just did not have the energy plus the slave treatment from the company, which is why he used the novels, which basically takes the majority of the weight off of him. There you go. The slave treatment from the company, which, once again, a factor. Russ said, I believe the situation is as corrupt as any company. Okay, some common ground here. But what does it have to do with anything? I can't. We are arguing about who ended Bleach, not who's corrupt. Oh my god. I don't have the energy for this anymore. Thank you, YouTube. YouTube has poor quality right now. Thank you. For God's sakes, give me a break. Koji said, in my opinion, it's about the overworking issue that it can bring the Murata. That's who it is. Murata. I don't know how to say his name, but the Berserk incident. Yes. And it's not that the corporations recognize their errors, because people are done with it. They always knew it. That's right. MC Dude said, you should consider the disagreements Kubo had with his higher-ups, though, Russ. Yeah, he did. If the issue is the lack of the source in the speculation, then there's not going to be an agreement. MC Dude, what disagreements? Koji said, and even so, Shueisha is not giving up a damn, mostly by how, let's say again, Hunter x Hunter and Berserk overwork, and if no one wants to believe me, then what about mangakas who are forced to end it? Yeah, they are forced. MC Dude said, Kubo didn't get along with his editor, if I recall right. Yeah, there was a lot of, because he went through, I think, 2 editors by the time Bleach was over. Koji said, mangakas are supposed to feel accepted and, in my opinion, their own bosses, not the industry, not the incorporation of the writer itself. Should be, not the way it works, unfortunately, but it should change. Rush said at MC Dude, you mean those rumors when in actual interview Kubo said that he was getting along with at least 4 editors? I mean, once again, Does an athlete go on and say that he's not getting along with his head coach when they're trying to win the playoffs? No, they don't. Listen, I can't tell you how many times. Why do you think they have those whole stories off mic? They literally have a TV show called Off the Mic, which is people, athletes, celebrities getting caught saying one thing in front of a whole charity organization and then saying homophobic, racist, oh yeah, I shook that guy's hand, shook it and smiled. I fucking hate that guy. You think everybody who ever went to the White House, like, you telling me that an entire football team are all Republican or all Democrats? They really want to shake the hand of a president that, like, they don't like or something like that? No. They got to make it for the pictures, for the publicity. They got to do, like, I don't know, man. To me, it sounds like you're willing to accept that there is an underbelly, but you're not willing to accept that any of the underbelly shit affects anything. Like, that's the way it sounded to me, Ross. I don't know, but yeah. Like, that's just the way, because you're telling me you accept everything at face value, but also accept there's an underbelly. That's a controversial thing right out of the gate. Because you're saying that everything that Kubo says, everything that Shueisha says, and everything that's printed in black and white is totally legit, 100% honest truth. If that's the case, then there is no underbelly. There is no corruption. So, like, already, I'm seeing a flaw with the logic, that's all. So, I don't know. I mean, who really knows? Because who's going to actually have an interview with Kubo that won't be printed? So who's actually going to actually sit down? Like, I'm sure his family knows. I'm sure Kubo knows. I'm sure Shueisha knows what they did. But are you ever going to convince that? You know? Because every time that even happens, as I used the Mark Hamill example, every single time it happens where somebody comes out, an actor or a writer comes out and says, yeah, I do not like what they fucking did. All of a sudden, they need to retract that, delete that post, remove that from Twitter, and all of a sudden have to offer an apology like weeks later. Wait a minute. Like, in this day and age where everything is caught, that's great, but in Japan it works differently. So, I don't know. And so I agree with Koji that that's the way it should work, but it doesn't work that way. Shueisha is corrupted, basically, is what Koji says, and that is a fraction of my hot take. That was pretty, but it was pretty solid take. MC just said, I'll put some stuff in the Discord because I'm going to have a hard time typing. Most of us here agree that it's a little, at the very borderline, it's a little fishy the way the Bleach manga ended. There's a little bit, it's not on the up and up 100%. I think we can at least agree on that much. There's a little bit, because especially a year later, he starts working on Bleach relevant content up until this point. But he rushed the end of the actual real series. Seems a little odd to me, that's all. So, and we are just going in circles with, is Shueisha corrupt? Are they overworked? Blah, 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 which we all know they are. But anyways, can we all just agree that the manga industry overworks their mangakas? Let's just agree on that statement. They are underpaid, overworked people. That's what we'll end that on. Because we're going to end the stream here soon. The stream's almost going 3 hours. I just wanted to read a Bleach chapter. And I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it heavily. Koji said, forgive me for the serious rant that I said about mangakas. No problem, Koji. We are having a serious discussion right now. Russ says, Kubo was even praising his last editor. Burn the Witch was a manga that he was showing only to his friends. He showed it to his editor, which recommended him to publish it in Shonen Jump. Okay. I did hear that he didn't get along with one of the editors. I didn't know if it was the last one or whatever, but I mean, maybe that's true, maybe it's not. Once again, what's printed in black and white might not always be the truth. And we're also betting on proper translations. Once again, I still remember that interview from supposedly Oda, and it was so badly translated that there was this theory going around for like 6-7 years about a character in One Piece. I forget what that was. Was that about Crocodile or something? Anyway, there's this theory that's going around forever until Oda finally corrected it like only a year ago. Like, so that, there it goes to show you, right? Let's see. MC Dude said, it's always good to have some discourse. I mean, it definitely livens up the chat, but I mean, it's getting a little tedious at this point. Russ said, Kubo's bad relationship with editors was always mentioned in rumors, not actual interviews, nor came from Kubo's words. Okay. I mean, once again, a rumor is something that they don't want to disclose. Kubo might not want to out anybody because, once again, he wants to work for the company. And the company, of course, doesn't want to admit to any wrongdoing because they lose face. So, you know. You don't think people get caught in multi-million-dollar problems and you know, affairs and everything because, you know, a cheating husband doesn't exactly come out to his wife the night he cheats and goes, by the way, I fucked that broad the other night and it was fantastic. You know, it's because you get caught based on rumors. Rumors do have merit, I would argue. Because a rumor is only a rumor until it's proven true or false. So a rumor is just a 50-50 shot. It could be true, it could not be true. You know? Koji said, in what channel can I rant on your Discord? I don't know. Pick one. Somebody tell. MC Dude, do I have one of those? I don't really have one of those. You could rant in Misk's and I'll read it. Or you can rant in mine. I don't care. Pick, if it's about Bleach or the manga industry, just pick the Bleach channel or something. I think I have one of those. Russ said, a rumor is false information. Not always. That's actually not based on real truth. No, it's, as I said, it's like a 50-50 shot. It's either true or it's false. It's still a rumor. It's not 100% true. It's not 100% false. It needs to be proven to be one or the other. Like if somebody comes to you and says, "Oh, yeah, I cheated. Your wife's cheating on you." Well, you're not going to believe that. That's a rumor. That's somebody told you that. Okay, now where's their evidence of this happening and blah, blah, blah. Then you have an investigation. This is why that's why detectives exist. You have, you know, you go through the system and stuff like that. Like there's just, you know. Russ said, you have to admit, rumors are always 50-50. Oh, finally! Russ and I agree on something, ladies and gentlemen. What a great way to end off the stream. Because the stream went an hour longer than I wanted it to. And my throat is getting sore and blah, 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 blah. But, okay, Russ and I agree on one thing. Rumors are a 50-50 shot being true or false. We agree on that. That's fantastic. Okay. So, thank you to everybody who showed up for the things. Sorry about all the stream problems right now. I guess my Wi-Fi is having issues. I still don't have a direct connection. I'm not going to be able to shout out everybody that was in the chat, but for the ones that were here, thank you so much. The active ones, of course, being my moderators, Miss, Dragon's Rage, and MC Dude were in here. We also had the one Rainy, Russ12389. We had Theodore, also known as Roy, was in here. We had Eli in here, and a few other people. Once again, I apologize if I don't get to you, because I can't scroll up anymore because the chat's fucked. YouTube Studio, my friends, what can you do? So, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this return of Bleach as greatly as I did. I was reading Bleach when it was relatively new. That speaks how old I am, but I was reading Bleach back, as a teenager. So this is absolutely fantastic for me. I really enjoyed reading this new chapter. I think it was absolute fire. I hope you guys enjoyed the chapter as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. It always makes me feel really good when people do that. We got 8 likes on this video. I don't know how many people were watching when I was reading, but I hope that number boosts as more and more people will, of course, jump in and watch the stream later on. Usually my streams are a bit of a slow burn. We get a good start on stream live, and then the next couple days we'll see the view count and like count go up. So hoping to hit 10 likes on this one because it is the return of Bleach in all its true glory. But yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, plug once again. Drink responsibly as always, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you guys again next time. I can't wait for the next chapter. I'll be reviewing every single chapter. Reacting or reviewing every single chapter. Absolutely. Because I'm a Bleach stan. 100%. One of my favorite series of all time. So, thank you guys so much. We'll see you back here next time. Peace out.